This is what happens when you don't pay attention, Cal.
Kel, your camera's not on, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know it's not on.
Kel's mad, ladies and gentlemen. Kel's mad.
Oh, I am tired.
He is tired,
I
and
am tired. Okay.
Then take a nap. And then
it's
Yeah,
okay.
See, if I took a nap, I wouldn't be here right now.
Okay, it's okay. Warren's all doped up, so he's fine. Actually, no. Warren's
he's
not doped up anymore, he's in pain.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
We got him
Warren,
relaxed.
You look
and-
nothing.
Yeah, he's
Warren
not
ain't
doped
feeling
up.
that goddamn thing.
He's not doped up. His adrenaline's popping because of whatever that mixture was that
Cocaine
No,
was
you
in
are
it.
doped up.
No, I remember there was cocaine.
There was cocaine, codeine, what else?
a
Warren's
little bit of weed.
Amphetamine.
gonna have a heart attack.
Amphetamine.
A little bit of weed.
There's a little bit of weed too.
Or a stroke, one or the other. Or an embolism.
Warren basically got a speedball.
Pretty much.
Warren got a speedball, Joel.
Yeah,
Children, don't do drugs.
Wrong.
kids don't do drugs
Don't do
unless you're being
Don't do
safe.
anything we do on this stream.
Don't do them in excess.
Don't do anything Songbird does with in a janitorial closet.
Oh, yeah. Do not commit war
Stay
crimes from a
away.
janitorial closet, please, children. Actually, if you're a
Stay
child
away.
and you're in this chat, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you're
adult
under age 18, you are
Viewer.
only 12, and you must leave.
viewers, just stay away from opiates. That's my only suggestion. Take it. Learn from my mistakes.
Wait. Watch the news, people. There's an opiate crisis. Get your heads out of your asses.
There's been an opiate crisis for 20 years, man.
Probably more than that. Remember laudanum in the 1800s? Or the turn of the century, I should say?
That wasn't a crisis. People were just trying to cope.
People were just trying to buy a bottle of brown liquid for any amount they could sold it for because they were shaking so bad they couldn't think anymore.
Sounds right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not endorse drug use. We do not endorse consumption of illicit substances, and we do not endorse the active chasing of addiction. But at the same time, you do you, and take care of yourself. We love you.
Just don't hurt anyone with it.
Yeah, including
But we
you.
do very much endorse getting clean.
And
Yes.
we endorse legalization
We also-
across the boards and treating it as a mental and physical health issue rather than a crime.
Yes.
Decriminalization.
Yes.
Decriminalization.
Exactly.
Yep.
Decriminalization.
Mm.
Decriminalization and the expunging of records for non-harmful offenses.
Yeah, just take a
Yes.
look at freaking Portugal, man. They have some of the
Everything's
most.
legal in Portugal.
Well, there's some bad things in Portugal too, but their stance on drugs is amazing, and they are actively.
Hell, North Carolina decriminalized weed a while ago.
Atlanta decriminalized it.
Well, with the rest of Georgia.
We should endorse locking the
We'll
two.
get there
shooting-
eventually.
We should endorse locking the two party members who you want to kiss into an armory closet, but not really locking it and guarding it with a shotgun to make sure that they have their moment to kiss.
We do endorse that.
We endorse that. Weapons optional, but an armory closet can just be putting them in a metaphysical closet so they can come out of it on their own together,
Yes.
holding hands.
Yeah.
Hand in hand.
I mean, Lynx already did, mostly use they.
Yeah.
But they weren't kissing yet. But Songbird's
Okay.
like, come on.
Come on.
I have a zine to write. Come on.
I have a zine to write.
I got fan fiction
I have
that
a
I need
zine
to
to
write.
write.
I need it to happen.
I need some content here, people. Would you make out?
What?
I have a
what- I was
zine to
saying,
write. I
what-
have fan fiction to write.
I was gonna say, why do I feel like that whole scene's gonna end up on Wattpad now?
Now,
Oh no.
yes.
We already decided Songbird runs basically the tabloid zine that runs around rumors of why these two feud so that they can come out on their own as a couple and end this feud at the fucking Grammy Awards. Doing a Britney and Madonna.
Oh my god.
the way the Lord intended.
Wow.
Pick your pantheon.
Oops. That was supposed to be a whisper. Anyway,
Well, the sire broke it.
BYOP, bring your own pantheon.
bring your own pantheon.
You're a champion.
So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We hope you're having a very good evening. We are going to be playing Best Days, which is our slice of life.
We'll go with
Yeah.
Lights of a really messed
Nice
up.
of life.
It's our game playing Tales from the Loop, which is a game based around the concepts of Stranger Things, a little bit of X-Files, a little bit of Scooby-Doo, a lot
Goonies.
of Goonies, kind of Goonies. Goonies is okay.
I like Goonies.
I know, but I'm talking about more the atmosphere and everything. And of course, the Tales from the Loop TV show on Prime. So, which I've only watched the first one season of, and it was really freaky and weird. It was very weird. But it was cool, but it was weird. So, but the basic concept is these kids live on or near a military base that houses a large Hadron Collider that in this universe was built in technically the first one was built in the 50s. And this one is more recent. This one was built in the 70s. And it's right off of the Hoover Dam because it needs a lot of fucking power. And these kids have grown up, either moved to this area and are now kind of getting used to the area, or have grown up in the area and have had weird things happening their entire life. As in this world, the Large Hadron Collider is used to open up holes into other realities. And for this adventure, someone did something to the birds, and they have become militant, and they seem to have this concept in the head that they are going to end humanity and take over. And the kids have stumbled onto this plot after having maybe rescued a gentleman who must have had something to do with the entire process, because he was being actively attacked by the birds, and getting involved in the investigation of his situation. The kids have kind of come into the threat rating of the birds themselves, and the birds have launched their major plan, which is they're on an all-out offensive, and they are trying to actually destroy the Large Hadron Collider, apparently. And the kids are either running out of town or they're going to be headed towards the base. They did manage to call and warn them. What was that? This?
No, during last game you said that the way out of town went past the military base.
Yes, that's why I said either or. Because you could just drive by the base and keep going. But Robbie might jump himself out of the...
Robbie wants to kill the osprey.
But Robbie might throw himself out of the vehicle.
Robbie doesn't want to. Robbie is going to kill the osprey.
So basically, that's kind of the situation they're in right now. They are driving in Robbie's van, I do believe. Wait, they have two cars.
We're in the
two
suburban.
separate suburbans.
Suburbans of death. That's right. And don't you have the sheriff with you?
Yes, we
Yes,
rescued
and
the
we are
sheriff.
locked.
The sheriff
we are-
is in Robbie's.
We did not
Suburban.
shoot the sheriff. We rescued his ass.
Yep.
I almost shot the deputy. He looked like he was suffering,
Shut
but Robbie couldn't get there.
Yes. Songbird bartered with the sheriff for his life
Yeah.
before allowing him rescue.
I know, he was so pissed. He's like, you fucking kids, gosh, fucking okay.
You let me be a hippie nepo baby. I'm gonna use that fucking hug as much as I fucking can.
What do you want, pig? You want to ride somewhere? Pay the toll.
Want to live? You want to live?
Want to
bitch?
live, bitch? Get in our car.
Wow.
The brain cells on board tonight.
They're splitting a brain cell between them, ladies and gentlemen.
Whose car are they in?
Okay, so the way we were split was, so Warren, Lynx, and why am I blanking on Lissa's character name right now?
Junie.
Junie.
and
Junie
Junie
Velvet?
were in one vehicle, and then Songbird, Sam, Robbie, and the sheriff were in the other.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh wait, which car is in the lead?
I think
It
probably.
would be the other car.
I was gonna say probably Junie's based on the fact that the like Junie waited for them to get the sheriff into the other Suburban, but like it's probably actually like the lead car because they did stop.
Yeah.
So, do you guys? Oh, I know. So you guys are driving. You're starting to head towards, like, you're taking the main road out of town, which also goes by the base, or through the base technically. But as you guys are driving out, Robbie, Junie, you're coming up on the turn you know you have to take to go to the base, and Juniper doesn't seem to be slowing down. She's like still going like 90 miles an hour.
I pull up the radio. Hey, Junie, we're going to the base.
I am the one driving, not Junie.
No,
Oh, sorry.
no, Junie was driving.
Junie's driving, and then Sam is driving our car because Robbie's in the passenger with the gun.
Mhm.
Yes, you
Because
have
Robbie
the
has
gun,
the better shot.
and Warren's in the back with the. I think we still had a couple of the grenades.
No, I'm
on
pretty
it.
sure I was the one that was driving because I had the better body, right?
We have the same body, I think.
Was it? What's your? Mine was a 4, I
Four.
think.
Yeah,
Okay, then yeah, we did.
I think we had the same. So I think because you were wheeling Warren, so it was easier for me to go around. We're going to the base.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Oh.
There's too much going on, and as much as I trust the military at the base to do a good job, I know they have a lot of red tape, and I don't, so I'm at least going.
This is just so you can kill the Osprey, isn't it?
I'm killing the fucking Osprey.
God damn it, Robbie!
I also want to save my father and your parents, and I feel like we might be necessary for that. I want to see this through.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
Look, we stole guns from a police station. I'm looking at the sheriff.
Hey,
we made
we
bombs
didn't
in the police
steal
station.
them. We commandeered them. There's a difference.
We're borrowing with hopefully the intention of returning if we all survive.
Sheriff, is
Martial
there a
law
difference?
anyway, right?
The sheriff is looking at you all, and he says, he looks at you all, and he's like,
We're hoping to die.
I hereby deputize everybody. This is ridiculous.
Yes. Do I get a badge?
No.
You hear it over the radio. I hope. Take the radio off for a second.
Hey, did anyone leave their badge in the glove compartment
No.
You know what?
or the center console?
I just want to look at the sheriff and real quick. Deputizing minors seems like a poor choice, but given the circumstances,
There are
I
talking
guess-
birds killing people.
and apparently we're the only ones who can take care of it. So okay, yeah, military base.
Okay. Hold on to your butts, kids.
I do want to say I checked my notes for last session. We did agree that Lynx is the driver of Suburban 1 with
Oh.
Warren and Junie, and then Sam is
Okay.
the driver of Suburban 2 with Robbie and Songbird.
Then you are driving.
Yeah, and then also the
Fred, I
fact
haven't
that
got guns.
where the first time he is consciously aware of hearing it, the whole birds trying to blow up the
Mhm.
town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he was doped up and didn't understand any of that when y'all first found out.
Yep. How much does Warren know about the facility? 0.
His father's a lawyer. His father doesn't know shit.
Don't know shit. So Junie probably knows the most about the
I was gonna say,
facility.
Junie really knows the base the best.
I was gonna say Junie and Lynx probably have spent some time on base, but not obviously not like the top secret areas, but like
I've only ever seen.
because of the
the-
positions their fathers are in, you would think they've spent some time actually on.
Yeah, but you
They
mainly
know
go to
where
like
the entrances to the top secret areas are. They've just never been there.
Probably the most
yeah, there's
Warren
that
would get
door.
is probably the most Warren would know about that is probably the administration building.
puppy,
That's probably about it.
the calf. All right, so you make the turn to go onto the main entrance to the base. You can see the guard shack. Well, it's not even a guard shack. It's actually like a 2-lane entrance. And there's cars coming and going from the base itself. Actually, no. The guard shack, the gates are down. There's 2 extra guards out who have M16s. And they are standing, and they're checking people as they're trying to come on. And they're like checking people's IDs and everything like that. And they're looking and they're inspecting the cars. And you can see that there is a red light in the window of the gatehouse it's just like red spinning lights. And it's a red spinning light, and there's like 3 cars ahead of you. Yes, Junie.
I'm gonna flip on the lights and sirens.
I need you to make me a roll to figure out if you know how to turn on the lights and sirens.
Sure. What kind of roll am I making?
What are my options? There's a tech roll, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's tech.
There are
and
tech
either
ones.
Tinker, program, or calculate.
What was the first? Tinker?
Could also
Cool.
be mind comprehend.
Yeah.
I think that would be for turning them on. That
I'll
is
just
2
say-
successes.
All right.
I was
You
gonna say
got
real
it.
quick, Ray, just because the way the years line up, is it still M16s or M4? Because M4s would have been a thing depending on because we're what 85 is what we said.
Not a gun guy,
No,
dude.
we're
Don't know.
86. No, we're
86.
86.
86. Okay. Yeah, because that means the M4 been about 4 years old. So
And
that's
remember that the timeline and the technology are more advanced in this because of the loop.
fine. Oh, then yeah, but it would have been M4s. It would have been M4s probably then.
So
Either way.
they are guns. So the guards are sitting at the tower, or sitting at the gate. They're checking people. You turn the siren on too.
The lights of the sirens.
So suddenly, in the car in front of you, the lights on the sheriff's vehicle turn on. The sirens kick on. The cars in front of them, the front of the sheriff's SUVs, begin trying to move out of the way and pull off to let the sheriff's truck go through. The guards wave through the last person, and you come driving up to the guard station, and one of the guards is looking at you. He's like, "Turn that off."
He's gonna come out from like the passer. No, I need to get through right now, please.
It's like the guard looks at you and he's like, "How did you kids get this car? Get out of this car right now!"
The sheriff deputized us. It's fine.
Yeah,
the
the
sheriff
sheriff is
deputized
behind us in the
He's
vehicle.
like one behind us. We need to get on the base now, please.
And he looks
Don't
at
make me
you.
call my dad.
He's like, "I don't care if your dad is the president of the United States. You are not getting on this base with a stolen car." He says,
It's not stolen. The
It's
sheriff
not
knows I
stolen.
have it.
"He's like, when I talk to the
I
sheriff,
haven't
I
even-
will find out about that.
We
Go
have
pull
to-
that
I've
vehicle
been
over there
hypnotized.
right now."
I lean out the window. Sheriff, talk to this guy.
The
Hey,
sheriff's like,
you see all the fucking birds? They're gonna kill you. The birds
Yeah,
are gonna
why
kill
are
you.
they stopping fucking people at the gate when they're birds?
"There are
They
no,
won't- they-
there are
they'd
no
be way
birds."
far out.
Oh, we're really far. Yeah, we're at
Yeah,
the
we're at the
entrance.
gate.
Yeah, there are no birds.
I retract my statement because if I didn't see birds, I wouldn't say the birds.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but okay, but when the emergency siren essentially went off on the base, was there not a signal saying that hey, base is on, like have an issue?
The base is under attack by birds. I wonder what the code for that is.
I wonder what the code for that is.
Unidentified flying object?
No, they're all identified. They're birds.
Identified flying objects.
Identified flying object. Ray, this is what you have to deal with.
Yeah, no,
We're
sorry.
not sorry.
I'm taking care of something, unfortunately. I am taking care of someone who is problematic.
I saw them.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I reported the account for being a spam bot.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out how to remove them from the Discord server right now. Ah! Ban. I don't care why they ban them. They're banned. Got it. All right. Done and done. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Don't appreciate people trying to come in and hijack our stream for their business. Do. All right, so are you pulling over the SUV?
No.
then they're not gonna let you.
Well, I'm not driving, so.
Who's driving? Lynx, you're driving, right?
Yeah, I'm driving.
The guard who's standing by the driver's door, he is going to reach his arm in to turn the vehicle off.
I'm gonna slap
Sheriff,
his hand and be like, "Talk to the sheriff."
You go to slap his hand. He ignores you slapping his arm. He turns the car off and pulls the keys out of the ignition.
Give me those keys back right now. We did not steal
Can
a
I
vehicle.
roll to
I
slap
have
a
been
bitch?
deputized.
Can I roll to fucking slap a hoe?
I will let you slap him, but it's not going to do any damage. And as he's doing that, the other guard is walking over to the SUV you're driving, Robbie. And he goes, he walks up.
Driving.
Where's the sheriff at? He's in the back seat, right?
Sheriff in the back driver's side.
All right. So the guy comes walking up, and he sees Sam in the driver's seat, and he's all looking at Sam, and he's like, "What?" And he sees the sheriff's in the back seat, and he says, "Sheriff, can I have a word with you?" And the sheriff gets out of the car and walks around, and the sheriff is like, they're standing off to the side. Sam, the windows roll down so you can kind of hear what they're saying, and you basically hear the the guard going, "We are on lockdown, sir. You are very lucky these children were not shot for trying to disobey orders at this point." And he says, "I don't care whose kids you've got in these vehicles. The base is under full lockdown. No one is getting in, and no one is leaving until the lockdown is lifted." He's like, all these people are going to be directed into the actual, the visitor's office to wait until the lockdown is lifted if they still want to come into the base. He says, you are not an authority on this base, and you will comply with my orders. Do you understand? And the sheriff's like, son, if you had seen half the things that I've seen today, you would realize that order is the least we have here. He says, so,
Because Junie's dad is military, and because my dad works on the base, do we know what radio channels they use?
No, absolutely not. Your dad would get fired if you knew that information.
Judy's still sitting outside. She's gonna look at the guard that took these.
Can I borrow your radio for a minute?
He's like, no!
But I need to talk to my dad.
You have a phone. Call him.
I don't think he's gonna pick up. He's a little.
Yeah, because the base is under lockdown and you're causing problems.
Through the channels on the radio for the actual police radio.
This is why
listening for chatter.
There's very little chatter on the police radio because unfortunately most of the sheriff's department is dead.
Well, but here's the thing. The police radio is going to have access to those restricted channels.
Nope, it does not.
They're on military bases. They're on privacy reasons.
You will not be able to pick up military chatter on that. Maybe walkie-talkies. Maybe.
So,
Question.
I was going to suggest that maybe Robbie can tinker with our radio.
I was going to say, can I see Lynx trying this?
You can see Lynx, is spinning the dial on the radio, and she's got the thing in. You can see she's like spinning the dial on the radio in the other vehicle.
I think I get what she's trying to do, and I'm gonna sit here and just take out the little K-bar, and I'm gonna pop the front off the radio because it's a police radio. Actually, it'd be the top. I'm gonna just pry the top off.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to attempt to see if I can futz with this to get it to the right frequency.
All right, go ahead and make me the roll.
I'm so glad I put points into that. That's 7 to roll.
And someone just gave you lend a hand.
So I get a +1.
Yep.
Is that an additional dice, or is it a +1 to 1 die?
+1 to 1 dice that you're choosing.
That's going to be 2 successes with that +1.
All right, more than enough. All right, so you pop it off. You pop the front off the radio. You kind of are jimming with the electronics. And you are trying to expand the frequency band beyond what it's normally listed at, so you can try and pick up other frequencies. Eventually, you get chatter from the base. There's still not a lot of chatter happening. It's only happening on like 2 channels, and you quickly discern that these are like the emergency channels, and there's basically nothing but radio silence otherwise. And on the emergency channels, one of them is updating about what the current status is for the reactor core. Currently, they are on a level 3. Which means that they have 2 more levels before that the reactor will go critical. And they are also dealing... There's another channel that seems to be it's a channel for the MPs and security. And they are completely occupied with trying to get they're trying to clear the air ducts and the vents that have become stuffed with debris and bodies of dead birds.
Ew.
I want to crank that radio as loud as I possibly can, and go, "Hey, soldier, come here."
The soldier looks at you. He looks at the sheriff, and he starts walking over. The sheriff
Do you hear this shit?
He's
This is what we're talking about.
He's like, "I know what's happening.
We're the ones who informed your base that this was happening. We want to try and help. We know what they're trying to do. And I promise you, if I can kill one bird, I think I can stop this."
It's like he looks at the rest of y'all in the car with Robbie, and he's like, "Is he high?"
Can I roll to charm this motherfucker?
I was going to ask if I could go for that.
What do you, Robbie? You may make your roll because, and Lynx, I need to know what you're going to do to charm the person. By the way, the sheriff, when the guy left him, is walking towards the guy who took your keys.
I'm going to name drop my dad.
Okay.
Since
I was
he's
gonna
like
say, who
the
has
lead
the-
researcher on this shit.
Hmm.
I was about to say,
I'm-
who has the highest ranking parent?
Liz.
That would be Junie.
Junie.
Liz,
Junie.
Junie has the highest ranking parent.
Yeah, they literally
And
have
I
the
think
CEO of the
Lynx
base.
has, Lynx has
Lissa.
second.
Lissa has like the highest ranking non-military person. One of the highest ranking non-military people.
Can I set this police radio real quick while I'm waiting while I'm waiting to respond? Like while I'm talking to him, I want to set this radio real quick to be on like a broadcasting all channels frequency. And by the way, it was 1 success. And what is Junie's last name?
Broadmeadow.
I was going to say Velvet.
Dad does not use the surname Velvet.
This is your local hooligan Robbie, broadcasting on all channels, trying to reach CO Broadmeadow to inform you that your daughter is currently at the gate and is being held up as she is trying to come help you. Maybe tell this dumb motherfucker to let us through. And I set it down. Robbie has no chill right now.
I am here for it.
So, as Robbie is doing that, you notice that the sheriff walks up to the behind the guy who is like still staring at you, Lynx, and he's like staring you down. And I guess you're trying to figure out some way to flirt with this guy or something like that. And right as Robbie,
No, I'm going to charm him in that I'm going to name drop my dad and be like, "You want to let me in? Otherwise, you are going to face the wrath of not only what is your dad's rank, Junie?"
Did we ever decide on what his rank was?
I think
he
you
was
said general last time.
I
Yeah.
think it was general.
yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
like
probably-
he's
Whether
he's
it
a
was
1-star general, but he like I said, Junie's dad is also he was in the Army Corps of Engineers. He is basically a
Yeah, he's also a scientist.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a brigadier.
Yeah. So
So Lynx is going to name drop General Broadmeadow and Felix Firth and be like, if you don't let us in, our fathers are going to hear about this, and you will be
he steps forward. He's got his hands and in one of his hands he's got the keys and he's kind of leaning on the car door. He kind of leans on. He's like, I could either face a dressing down later for not having let their kids on base, or a court martial and a possible firing squad later for having disobeyed direct orders. I think I'll go. And right as he says that, the sheriff clocks him in the back of the head with a nightstick.
I was about to say, can I just try to take the keys from you?
And the keys drop into your lap as he crumbles to the ground. And he leans. The sheriff looks in the window and is like, "Go! I've got it here."
I see this.
The other guy at your car spins around and he points the M16 at the sheriff. And he's like, "On the ground! On the ground!"
Sam, gun it.
Punch it.
You're muted, Sam.
So we've got our keys back and the vehicle is on now, so you're not going to
Yeah, you can start the
rear-end
vehicle
us?
up. I'm assuming you start the vehicle up and just go.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's only 2 keys on the keychain. It's one for the ignition and one for the rear hatch, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not like you had to mad scramble and try and figure out which key it is.
Question. How close is he to Sam's open, or is he on my side or on Sam's side?
He's on Sam's side.
Sam's side. On the
How
driver's side.
close is he to the window?
I think
He's
someone
only a
likes
foot or
the
2
nail.
away.
That's too far. I can't do what I want to do.
Oh, okay. Because, like, he does... When he's trained, so he steps out and away from the vehicle when he brings up his
Okay.
gun.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Before we drive away, I wanted to say that Songbird would have rolled down this window that the sheriff had
Vacated.
gotten out of
Yeah.
because she's in the back seat.
Mhm.
Songbird is simply going to just take the shotgun, aim it out the window, and shoot the ground next to the sheriff.
Next to
Or
the
next to
sheriff?
No, next to
The
the MP. Next to the MP.
I will do... I'm gonna interject real quick just because that could get your vehicle shot to shit.
Mm-hmm.
But all you really have to do is, as you're driving out, just kick your door open.
I was gonna try to butt stroke him through the window, but if he's a foot, I can't quite
Yeah,
reach
but if
out
you
with
kick
I don't
the...
think-
shotgun.
I don't think the door can reach that far.
Yeah, it's a
Can it
Suburban.
reach that far?
Yeah, they're like 3 feet wide.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
then fine. I won't commit a war crime.
I won't commit a war crime.
Well,
Well, I'm just worried that you fire the gun, he's just going to turn around and start
Start
firing.
firing. Yeah.
I mean, is he gonna shoot a bunch of teenagers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the
There's another car ahead of us.
There's another car ahead of us.
There's another car
Just
ahead
the
of us.
theme song for this entire fucking game.
Yeah,
All right.
then whenever Sam is driving past, I'm gonna have Songbird open the door and try to basically nail him in the back
Gotcha.
with the door, and then
So-
shut it.
What type of roll is that going to be?
Is it a body?
It's definitely a body roll.
Yeah.
Force.
Movement.
Probably
Body-
force.
Body force or body
Yeah,
move?
Body force. Body force.
It'll be force because they're not moving
Body force?
themselves. They're
Yeah.
just they're
Yeah,
trying to
body
do
force.
something else.
So basically, you basically pull the latch on the door and you put your foot on the door, and right as you're coming up on, you just kick the door open to where it slams into him. And it's got the weight of a Suburban behind it, so
It
Hold on, I
hurts.
don't have my-
it's gonna send him flying away, is what it's gonna do.
Oh yeah, because he would have stepped over and started to approach. So
Mhm.
yeah, we have. He's
couple
probably
of-
moved a solid 10 feet.
Yeah,
And if
he's
she guns it, ooh.
yeah. So that's gonna be several tons of vehicles slamming into his back.
Meanwhile, we just break the gate.
Well, the gate's open.
I thought, oh yeah, the gate was up.
Just the little wooden thing is down, and that thing's not gonna
Yeah.
hold any. Yeah,
That's not going to stop a Suburban.
I'm
Three?
assuming these Suburbans probably have a cattle guard because it is.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Vehicle.
very much so.
Yeah.
Can I flavor this?
Oh, absolutely. With 3 successes, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Cool. The sheriff's currently on the ground, right?
No, the sheriff is backing off with his hands up.
Oh,
He knows
Songbird-
he's an officer. He knows how to stall to make the rest take as long as possible. So, you know.
Songbird is going to, once we are moving, open this door, smack the MP in the back, close it slightly so the sheriff doesn't get hit by it, and then leave the door partially open. And just look at the sheriff like, run, jump, I'll catch you probably.
So,
Probably.
Robbie fights himself to not scream, "Here, piggy, 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 piggy."
oh my god. So, Songbird, you go and you throw the door open. It slams into the soldier. He literally gets this his gun goes flying through the air. He gets blasted, and he does like almost a full flip, but without actually going into a roll. He just like his face hits the ground, his back arches over. He kind of tumbles over that.
There's a beautiful Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, it's
definitely
yeah, and but then he's kind of just laying on his back, facing up to the sky, and he doesn't look like he's moving. The other guy, of course,
We'll
crap
worry
onto the
about that
ground. Finally, the guy inside the booth is finally coming out of the booth. He's kind of like grabbing his rifle, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. The sheriff, as you slam,
I see that movement. I'm grabbing one of the non-shotgun shell flashbangs and just tossing it
oh shit,
into the booth.
oh shit. Make me.
Robbie can toss a fucking flashbang, but I can't shoot a shotgun.
Flashbangs are non-lethal unless you're standing on top of them.
Flashbangs are non-lethal.
Don't we also have
And-
beanbag rounds, guys?
No, we didn't grab any. We
None
didn't
of
grab
them
any of
are
those.
Oh,
No,
no,
We
we
didn't grab any
did.
right ammo.
We did.
You did
That's
grab
what we
them.
did. They're not loaded.
They're not like
Yeah, they're not loaded in
The,
right now.
the shotguns in the vehicles are loaded, and
Yeah.
they're locked into the dashboard and the back seat. So you have to basically unlock them to get the shotguns out,
Well, we also have the ones that we took from the arbory.
and those are loaded with standard rounds as well.
Yeah.
You have to
we
unload
don't-
and load in bean
I do.
bags.
That's not that works.
You would have to rapid unload and reload in a single shell, which is not fast or easy.
So yeah, she's.
What do I
basically
need to
holding-
roll for that throw?
Give me a body, and I'm gonna give you movement on this because you're actually throwing it towards someone, and your whole process is moving. The car is moving. You're throwing it at him.
I want you to know this is my highest stat.
Oh shit!
Next to lead, I have 8.
And you have lend a hand.
Damn.
And you have Linda here.
While Robbie's rolling there, I was gonna say the way you described the flip made me think of Count Adamar in Knight's Tale. So I'm picturing how that went.
Oh
Those
yeah.
can have
Well,
up to 5, right? Is what we said.
What? Yeah, 5.
I said,
Yes.
Is the sheriff coming towards the door?
Oh, I'm gonna describe what happens to the sheriff because I had to wait for Robbie's flashbang to go off. What? 4? Oh my god. So
That one boosted me to another 6. I had 3.
So you
lucky
get
stand
take the
dice.
scene, dude. What happens with the flashbang?
As it all kind of happens at once, I see what Songbird's about to do. I'm inspired. We start to go
I'm inspired by the anarchy.
by the complete and utter disregard for any authority and personal safety, which Robbie respects. He sees it. He sees the sheriff. He sees what's about to happen. Right as Songbird goes to slam open that door, I see the soldier starting to move out. I see him going for his gun. Door hits. Guy goes flying. Songbird leaves open for the sheriff, which I question her thought process on that, but okay. And I reach in, grab one of the flashbangs, go, hamburger, fucking help me, and toss it, bouncing it off of the door and directly, like within a foot or two of the soldier. Of course, it goes off, and with how a flashbang works, he's probably going to drop his weapon because he's in an enclosed. He's in a little enclosed shack.
His
right?
hands are gonna go over his ears, dude.
Immediately.
And you
They're
probably
bleeding.
you
and
probably
he's
ruptured his
definitely-
eardrums.
Which is fine. That's fine. He'll thank me later when he doesn't blow the fuck up. So I toss it. And I just shout out the window, "Fucking got it!" Because I don't
So-
have long before these soldiers start really moving. Like, he'll be down. He's done. The other two, I don't know how long we have.
Well, the one Songbird hit is fucking down, and the one one that the sheriff clocked, he hit him with a nightstick
Oh yeah, that mofo's probably knocked out.
by a sheriff who's been doing this for 20 years.
Robbie's taking no chances. It's like he just flashbanged a man.
Robbie is taking notes, not no chances.
Well, so here's the problem. As Songbird looks at the sheriff and says, "Come on," you notice that the sheriff followed the flashbang with his eyes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Can I
I knew
reach
this
him?
was coming.
He's pretty far away. I mean, he's
Can I reach him?
Yeah, but when you look
20
into a
feet away?
phosphorus flash, what happens?
It's fine. Can Songbird reach him? Can I reach him outside? of the door?
If you jump out of the door, you can.
We're moving too quick. He would have had to like grab the door and hold on at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't even see right now. He's like, he can hear Songbird, and he's like turning towards the car, but you notice he's taking no steps forward because he can't see shit.
But look, Sheriff!
Okay,
Bye-bye
where
right
is
now.
he in comparison to us? Like
You
Judy and Lee?
You guys are forward.
you guys
We
you
were
guys are
the lead.
forward already. Yeah. He was right beside your car because he walked up behind the guy who was in your window, but you guys gunned it as soon as you got the key in the ignition, so he's now like
Yeah.
a full car length behind you, and their Suburban is basically where yours was
All right.
after it like went through the poor other guard guy. So yeah, violence.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we probably and we definitely see that flash in the
We
rear
choose
view.
violence.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and all the windows of the guardhouse just blew out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, so you actually probably cut him up too with the.
No, they went outward.
Nah, it
They went outward.
Yeah, I would have gone outward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's fine. At worst, he falls to his legs. He falls down too hard and bangs his head on a table. Maybe ruptured eardrum. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably. Given
he's
the
been-
size of that guardhouse has to.
Yeah. Oh
Very
yeah. No, the
idea.
concussive force definitely. He's gonna be like out for a long time with that if he doesn't have permanent hearing loss.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Probably does.
That's fine.
Yeah, but
I
he's
love that.
but if the world doesn't explode, he gets to retire with full
Well,
benefits.
there's that, and also, like, we could have done a lot worse. They could be dead.
They could be.
Well, I was gonna
Yes.
say it may not be full benefits because the VA could be like workman's comp lawyers.
But you guys are driving onto the base now. You guys know those of you who have been on base only really know the way to the general admissions room. Yes, Robbie.
I've been on base. I have been with Dad
Mhm.
to the basic
That's
mechanic
my
shop,
army.
which I know is going to be past that visitor station.
Mhm.
And as far as I'm aware, the standard mechanics and lesser engineers are actively trying to deter the birds right now.
Yes.
So I'm keeping an eye out for what Robbie expects, more than likely, knowing his father and the type of men who do that line of work post-military. They're probably in Jeeps and or Humvees rolling around and blasting.
Yep.
Just knowing who they are as people. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for that, and I'm kind of and I go over the radio. I don't know where y'all want to go, but I'm heading towards the main mechanic station for general maintenance. That's where I'm wanting to head. My dad should be there, and I want to try to help him if I can.
So, go ahead,
I
Jim.
hate to split the party, but I think Junie and I need to go find our dad.
Who are likely together as well. Just saying, being the two heads of the facility, they're probably together at the moment.
Oh man, we should have stolen walkie-talkies from those guards.
Oh, by the way, was there any reply to my all channels
Oh, yeah.
broadcast?
No.
Okay, cool, that's fine. It was more.
You'll find out what the reply is in just a second.
I was more trying to to fuck with the guard, maybe distract him for a moment was more my. And if something else happened with it, cool.
So basically, you guys, you come up to the entrance to the visitor station. You see a Humvee. Actually, you can hear this before you get there. You hear AC/DC just blasting out For Whom the Bell Tolls. And as you drive in the parking lot, you see a Humvee that's sitting there, and in the bed of the Humvee is this like huge fucking boombox. And the Humvee, and the Humvee is like, and the boombox is like, you can see the boombox is literally plugged into the Humvee, and the boombox is just like playing, and there's a bunch of soldiers out there, and you can see that they all have shotguns. And, they're just looking around. And you can see, though, that there are birds swirling farther off in the distance in some of the fields over the area. And you can see that there's another Humvee over there. And you can, from this far away, you can hear Ride the Lightning playing.
Robbie pulls the one cassette that he keeps in his jacket. Puts it in, because there's definitely a cassette player in this Suburban. Presses play. And cranks it up, and War Pigs begins to play at maximum volume.
God, of course.
And if you see it when he pulls it out, it is clearly a mixtape, and it is just War Pigs on repeat.
Repeat.
It is just
Over and over and over again. All right, so you head into you pull into the parking lot where the main entrance is. Robbie, you recognize some of these guys as guys your dad works with. So this Humvee was probably already in the motor pool, and so they're basically they're guys from the motor pool, but you don't see your dad on that particular Humvee.
Okay. I turn it down slightly. Hey, shitheads, where's Frank?
And they go. One of them looks at you and he's like, "Robbie," and he points to the car way out in the field.
Ride the Lightning.
He's like, "Yeah." He said, He says they found where the birds are going into the draft system. Apparently, there was a freaking 5-foot grate that got removed somehow.
It's probably the fucking Raven. They're too smart. So these birds are smart and they talk and they fight in packs. So just do what you gotta do.
Guy pulls out a shotgun. Bird shot.
Same.
It's like, Robbie, why do you have a gun?
These teenagers just pull out shots.
Warren's just holding it like the shotgun. He sees you.
No, Warren doesn't have a shotgun.
Bombs?
No,
You were
you guys gave
holding
me a shotgun.
bombs.
We
You
did
were
give
holding
Warren a shotgun.
No, I took the shotgun back.
No,
when we
y'all
got
took
in
the bombs
car.
out of my hand before we left the
okay.
police station, because that's when I literally said, "Thank God."
I don't think they should take the bombs away from you. I think you should be a rolling bomb factory.
That's fine.
That was the hope.
Warren can't walk, but Warren can throw.
Hey, Songbird, do you have anything else that's going to put off really harsh fumes?
I mean, he is on the football team. He should be able to, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
I gave it to Warren and the other car. So if you pull up next to Lynx.
Are you parking in the parking lot at the entrance?
No, driving through the field. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Also,
Not parking.
Warren's track, not football. Warren can run.
Hey, shot puts a part of track.
Football too. I know Jess does, but
He can't run
I know,
anymore.
I'm saying his track, his sport for track is running, not throwing.
It's not anymore. Probably never will be again.
So you telling Sam to drive
Yeah,
out through the
fair.
field?
I'm telling Sam, pull up. I'm in a radio car number 1. Hey guys, hold up 1 second. Sam, pull up beside him.
Okay, I pull up beside him.
What do you need?
Hey Warren, which one is it? Or Songbird, you tell him what you need. I don't know this.
I need the bombs that I made. Do you guys still have them?
Warren, they gave you a duffel bag, but they never told you what was in it.
Yeah, I
Warren,
was saying, if anything, it had to be in there, because the last thing I remember was literally holding the shotguns as they wheeled me into the parking lot.
I think they just piled up everything on top of you and used you like a cart.
Pretty much.
Basically.
yeah,
It
that's
was
still
your-
the
Go
bomb.
on Warren's lap. She's like, just hand me the bag. And mind you, Judy is still sitting on the window, the open window, with her legs hanging in. She's like,
She's
one hand.
just straight up halo out the window.
Lynx is trying their damnedest not to stare at Junie's ass. Lynx is like, I am being respectful. I am being respectful. I'm
I can
staring at
imagine.
Frank.
Oh no.
I can
So-
imagine Junie doing the whole, like, even though it's not the 80s, the supernatural bit when Dean was climbing out baby do Eye of the Tiger. I can see Junie being the one that does that.
I was gonna say I can see Junie just like just reaching out a hand and then going no. Or so no, sorry, Lynx. It's the perfect
Pretty sure
opportunity.
I would have consent, but no.
It's a it's a perfect opportunity. I may be dead tomorrow.
Starts going through the bag and hands over the bombs.
The bombs are being handed over. What are you handing over first?
Probably
Anything
the-
chemical. I just shout out the
I would
window.
say
Anything
only
chemical.
The 2 spray bottles, I think, still.
Mhm.
So she just hands over one bottle, hands over the second bottle.
Was there any? Because we set off the main thing, which
Set off
took
the main
out a
thing.
lot of birds, and we had the 2 spray bottles, and then we have like 2 of the Molotov cocktail-ish things as
The
well.
spray bottles are the Molotovs.
Okay,
Because
okay.
they should be an
Yeah.
expansive Molotov because there's
Okay.
also toilet cleaner in there, which is highly flammable.
Yeah.
And Songbird shoved paper towels in it, but there's
Mhm.
also a cleaning solution at the bottom of it that should be a mixture of bleach and liquid toilet bowl cleaner, which, when combined together,
Is a
will
war
not
crime.
make.
Makes a war crime.
It's not the bad one you get whenever you accidentally mix 2 things together and chloroform yourself. It's the other
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's not
mustard
chlorine.
gas.
It's not chlorine
No,
gas, but
it's-
really close.
It's the one that makes you suffocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drown in your
No,
own
you don't
fluid.
drown. It makes your bronchial tubes swell up until you can't breathe. It's really bad.
Should
But then there's-
birds.
When
So
there's
yeah, so
birds.
I'm going to just describe it real quick again. It's the cleaning bottles, which are plastic, because that was the standard back then and still is the standard now for cleaning
Mhm.
products. Because it's not completely corrosive, because they're a thick plastic.
Yep.
And so it bleach, like Clorox, and then toilet bowl cleaner, and then shoved in paper towels, layered in powder cleaner,
Which
shoved in
will
more paper
ignite.
towels. Yeah,
Okay.
shoved in more paper towels to add a thing. There was no lids on these, which is why Warren was holding them. And Songbird said, "Don't shake them,
Yep.
because if you shake them, it will start to
Yeah.
ignite it. Because you can make it bubble and react, and then toss it, and it will combust." Is one way to do it, or you fucking light it and Molotov it, because then the smoke will become inhalant and then suffocate you.
Which, for everyone watching, do not do this.
Do not do any of this.
Yeah, don't do these things.
I gave the disclaimer.
War crimes are bad.
War crimes
I
are
gave
bad.
the disclaimer.
No children
And
should be in
creating
our
idiots.
Discord, in our chat, Discord, or anything else, because Madness may be able to teach you how to make war crime machines.
It's all theoretical.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's at this point when I start using the Madness portion of your name.
I have that in my name for a reason.
I thought it was honesty.
I thought it was honesty.
So, but yeah, so Songbird will explain
Mhm.
basically how to do this and tell Robbie, depending on how you want to do this, you can either just shake it up real hard and then chuck it, and then you're kind of just gonna have like a small radius, or you could try to burn it and then like
He just
basically
pulls
chuck
out
it
his
down
li-
something.
He pulls his lighter out.
She's gonna take the lighter and say, "Let me finish." These are cheap police station bathroom paper towels. They don't use the good shit because government funded. This thing will go very quickly, and it is in plastic.
I got you.
Okay, what are you doing with
trust
this?
me.
What are you doing?
I am. I have I didn't light the lighter. I just pulled out the Zippo and like flicked it open,
That does not mean she trusted you.
preparing myself.
And Songbird's just gonna take one of Robbie's hands and just press the lighter into the palm of it, and say, "I trust you enough to make a marriage pact with you. So you can't die doing something
Trust me enough.
stupid.
Not to kill us, okay?
No, you can't
Damn,
die
get me as close to
doing
those
something
birds as you
stupid.
can.
If you die, for
Oh
hubris."
no.
Okay, Have fun.
I'm gonna Sam, get me as close to the birds as you can through the field.
We could just drop it down the air vent. It
My-
might clear out some stuff. It also might make people evacuate the building.
The problem with that is that it could kill the people in the building. And as much as I'm fine flashbanging an MP, I really wouldn't want to kill the scientists in there. if I could help.
No, but like they should be in the point with the thing that's going to blow up anyway. So they should be deep down in there, right? Because that's what's because if we can because if we can unblock it, then like it should ventilate itself.
I'm going to figure out the blockage thing first. I want to start trying to take out some of these birds so we don't get dive bombed while we're going for this. Because the sound is only going to keep them away so long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Okay.
And I'm driving at bird.
Towards the largest group of birds that you can.
Here we go. That's where I'm driving.
Like, hell, that might actually have the osprey in the group.
Actually, currently, the biggest group of birds you can see flying around are flying over where they said your dad is located. Because they seem to be dive bombing the guys who, half of them seem to be working on something that's in the ground, and the other half of them have shotguns out and they're just like firing at the birds as they're coming down.
Perfect. Get me to my dad.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's across the field. It's like 100 yards, but it's a suburban, and it's not a muddy field. It's just a regular field. So yeah, you get there fairly lickety split.
Okay, I'm hopping out. If y'all want to, y'all can. Up to you. And I'm hopping out, setting them down gently, shotgun over shoulder, checking to make sure I have my knife, grabbing one of the revolvers and just putting it back here, and grabbing both of these and just like kind of keeping an eye, trying to judge how quickly I can get over to them because I don't want to be right next to them. It's a poor choice.
I thought
But
that
I wanna kind of-
you told her to drive up to them. I thought she drove all the way up to their vehicle.
That's fine either way. So I'm gonna guess the birds will start trying to dive bomb me soon, and I want to see where I can see my dad.
You can't. You see two guys are on the surface, and you can see that there is like a cement pillbox kind of sunk into the ground. It's probably like a cistern box, and so you can see that on the back of the cistern box there is. You can see that they look like they have one of the portable arc welders out, and you can between gunshots you can hear someone back there cussing, and it sounds like your dad.
Sounds about right. Okay. The birds flocking above us are there. You said they're doing a circle above us.
Yeah, they're swirling. And whenever the shotguns come out, they start doing the avoidance patterns.
And how big is that ring? Like how far from us to the furthest out, like to where the ring is? Because they're not going to be directly
20
overhead.
feet.
They're going to have 20 feet.
Yeah, they're not staying very high because they're trying to swoop in every.
How's the wind blowing?
Roll me a d6.
It's blowing well.
1.
Oh yeah, there's barely any wind at all.
Perfect. Cool. I'm going to judge that distance. I'm going to put both in my hands. Hey guys, if y'all have any oil, throw it on this in about a minute and a half. And I'm going to light the first one and toss it, light the second one and toss it a little bit away, trying to hit 2 points right below where they're circling.
They're circling right over these guys' heads. So.
Oh, well, you said I was asking how far out are they, not how high. How
Oh,
far
I'm sorry. No, they're directly
Great.
over top.
They're directly over. Okay, well, these aren't going to do shit right now. I'm going to say to you, I'm going to set that on the Humvee, and I'm going to take the shotgun. I'm going to put a couple rounds out, and then I'm going to approach my dad. And, what are you doing?
He's like, Robbie, what the fuck are you doing here?
Don't fucking worry about it. What are you doing? Do you need help?
He's like, yes, get down here and hold this thing up. And you can see he's got the grate, and where there was all the huge bolts that are holding it closed, there's no bolts. The bolts are gone, and so he's basically just put a couple of like pieces of wrought iron through it, and he's literally just welding it shut again.
Okay.
But he's having trouble because the grate weighs like 150 pounds, and so
he's just trying to hold it in place.
Yeah,
while
he's basically leaning. He's leaning up on it, and he's got the arc welder on the other hand. He doesn't even have a mask on because he's had to do this so fast, and he's just basically trying to hold it up there and trying to get tack, and it keeps on. It's too heavy, so it keeps on falling off on it, over on him.
I shotgun back over the shoulder.
Mm.
I grab it, and I'm gonna center myself down, like as solid of a stand. I know how I would do to hold this up. I'm gonna basically grab it where I can, and kind of lean back because Robbie only weighs about 175 pounds, so my body weight is gonna be just a bit of a counterweight to it. And how far are we from the Humvee? Like, how close is the Humvee to us?
Oh, you're down in a covert, so
we're in a covert,
yeah.
so it's up and away.
Yes. Sam, what are you doing? Well, Robbie jumps out of the car.
I just disappear. I don't tell nobody nothing. I just hop in.
Did you see him fire a couple of shots into the cloud of birds?
Did I hit any?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's bird shot, and they're only 20 feet up. You hit a lot.
Who's still in the car with me?
Warren is, and Songbird.
No, Warren was. Songbird's with her.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Songbir's in that car. I flipped them over for some reason.
Okay, Songbird, you have anywhere you want to go?
I'm just trying to make sure
Okay.
Robbie doesn't accidentally suffocate himself and/or people.
You did see
So I'm just
Robbie
trying to-
put the 2 bottles down on top of the Humvee. And
I'm
as you're
just watching that.
as you're watching that, 2 big old fucking ravens come down and grab one of the bottles and fly off with it.
Perfect. Good. They're gonna shake that shit in the air, and it's gonna kill them. Or they're gonna try to drop it on us.
But they're gonna not. It's not gonna be enough of a spread to kill the birds. They're gonna try to kill us with it.
Yeah.
So you made our death.
I made someone's death.
So, Robbie, as you're holding this thing up, and your dad gets the first one tack welded in, and he's like, got it, there's a couple more seconds, I'll get one more and it should take the weight off of you. And he moves around. As he moves around, you see a plastic bottle fall down, bounce off his head.
The grate's still open, right?
It's technically open, yeah.
I'm gonna need a roll for this, I'm sure, but I'm gonna try to one-handed keep this up, grab the bottle, and chunk it down the hole. How deep does the hole look like it goes?
It just goes. You can't see any
Cool.
light or anything down the other end of it.
I'm gonna try and hold
As you
the
look down at the
grate
bottle,
up
you
again.
can see that there's foam building up in it.
Mhm.
As it seems to
Actually-
agitate it up. By the way, all the crows had to do was smell what was in that, and they know they didn't want any part of it.
Mm-hmm.
How far am I from them? Like, how
You're another
high up
10
are we
feet
talking?
down, so you're 30 feet.
So 30 feet.
And remember, if
And-
it's not lit on fire, it doesn't do much.
It
It's
doesn't
gonna-
cause smoke. It's just going to cause. A
It's gonna go.
combustion.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna.
And I
It's just gonna boom. It's not gonna release anything that's going to.
Mhm.
It'll be slightly toxic in the immediate blast, like a little bit there, but it would.
Oh, and the corridor that goes down, it's not like a cement grate. It's one of those metal air tunnels. So it basically goes down about. You can see it goes down about 30 feet, but then it just goes down.
hopefully
As I'm watching this, can I roll a comprehend check to see if I can think how long of a wait I have before this thing goes boom?
I gave him a lend a hand.
So yes, you can make a comprehend check,
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can,
but
or
it's
did
gonna.
Songbird tell me how long it should take? With
No.
it being shaken? No.
She said to watch for it getting agitated. That was about it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But she didn't tell you how long from when it starts foaming to it explodes. So what I'm
It's
going to
their-
do is I'm going to actually
their-
require more successes for you to actually think quick enough to calculate that in your head without actually knowing what the chemical process is.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just going to waste time staring at it. It's going to explode in your hand.
No. That's not a good thing.
It's not.
3.
That's more
And
than
I
enough.
gave you one.
You gave him a +1.
That +1 gave me my third one. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. All right. So you've got maybe 10 seconds to throw this thing
10. Okay.
because the birds were already agitating it when they're flapping around with it, and so by the time that's
I'm gonna count in my head till it has about 5 seconds, and I'm gonna toss it straight up towards the fucking birds.
you have to make
Like,
me
I'm
a
gonna-
roll for that because
Like grabbing it by the head and giving it a full flipping throw in the air.
yeah,
As best
Okay.
I can.
it's still 30 feet.
Before
so-
I redeem this, I'm going to say my points are currently at nice level because they are at 6.9k,
Yay!
Noise.
Nice.
and now I'm redeeming Lend a Hand.
Got it. So I need you to make me a body and movement roll, or
Body and movement or body and force? Because this is a throw.
I'll give you force.
Okay. Well, my movement's higher. I'll take movement. I'll take move, but I feel like force. I'm trying to get it as high as I can.
Yep.
And 30 feet's not that hard. It's a bottle full of liquid. I could throw that 30 feet in the air. It's just getting it done right and getting it kind of right is where I'm having the problem.
I was gonna say, listen, if you thought that was on the channel I mod, a couple weeks ago I was at 69,000.
2 successes
2. All right, that's
2
enough.
with that
So,
+1.
You
Thank you.
whip the shit out of this plastic bottle, and it goes sailing up into the air. It literally goes sailing way up into the birds. The birds like kind of flock around it and move away, and then it fits its apogee and starts to come down, and you see the birds kind of moving back in as it's going down, and then it goes. Songbird, or should I say, Diamond? Is this stuff heavier than air or lighter than air when it aerosols like that? It's heavier, right? It's going to fall down.
It depends on what process it's in. If it's agitated like that,
Yeah.
you're also going to get plastic shards in it, which is going to make the mass heavier. But the solution itself is still it's still a liquid. But there are paper towels in it, so the paper towels are going to be a material component of it that is going to fall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's meant to be a combustible before anything else.
Gotcha.
So, but it is still going to partially in that splatter effect. So it's going to splatter basically.
Got it. Yeah, so it's hitting a bunch of birds. So, yes.
And there's
it's-
probably
I
some
will
falling
say-
on me too, but it's fine. Plastic burns are fine.
Well, I will say on human skin, it's the same reaction if you leave bleach on your skin for too long. You're dying here.
So you're
gonna get the white patches and get a little irritated, but it's not gonna kill you.
Oh, well, I've done that before. Unfortunately, really bad, and it actually makes your skin fall off eventually.
Yeah.
If you eat too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a chemical burn is a chemical burn.
Right. But it won't kill you immediately.
Yeah. I keep on looking down my forearm where I did it. Yeah, but it's more of an annoyance than a life-threatening thing.
Yeah.
For humans.
Yeah. For the birds, that's not so much. All right.
Yeah,
so
their
you
respiratory systems are weak as hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. The bunch of birds are going to start falling out of the air. So that happens. Your dad is still fighting to get the thing in place, and you're not helping as much right now. So he's like,
Well, as soon as I throw, I grab it again.
yeah. Oh, I know.
I didn't look after I threw it. I just threw it and hoped for the best.
All right. So let's go ahead and put you guys on pause for a moment, and let's switch over to the other vehicle, where we have Junie, Lynx, and Warren. Robbie took off into the field. You saw him driving through the field. You even got to see him jump out of the car and start firing the shotgun, but then he jumped down in a ditch. So what are you guys
We
going to do?
did see this wonderful explosion of birds, though.
Actually, that hasn't happened yet because he had to go down in the
hasn't happened
ditch.
yet?
Yeah, he has to go down the ditch and hold up the grate. So
Okay.
We're about to see it.
Well, you're about to hear a solid from a decent distance away.
Yep. So what are you guys doing?
Hey, Songbird, what's Robbie doing?
I don't know. Mike.
Yep.
Songbir's just leaning over the front and still watching. And it's like, Robbie went to go do something, but he left those bombs I made on, well, actually, they're technically Molotovs, but I'll leave the science for science. He left them on a Humvee, so I'm kind of just staring at them, hoping that nobody fucking touches them.
hoping no birds come and take them and try to drop them on him.
I feel like maybe they shouldn't just be left out.
I literally told him not to use hubris and die that way unless it's by the grace of a god. But does he listen? No.
Absolutely not.
Why would he do that?
Do we see two black figures swoop down and grab?
No,
towards one of the
it's too far. Do you see that much detail?
Yeah, I was gonna say, with all the stuff that Warren's on right now, and just hearing the way that Songbird's talking about Robbie, I was gonna say, like, wait, did they get hitched while I was out? What?
Oh no, they made a marriage pact.
Oh, and he kind of just looks in distance.
Looks off in the middle distance.
And then also, over the radio, Warren will hear, whispered over the radio, Warren, God can't help you here. Do your best to help.
That's some fucked up shit.
No,
Wait, what was that last bit? Because I personally didn't hear you.
Warren, God can't help you here. Do your best to help. Can't help you
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I
Do
heard the
your
God
best to
can't help you here part. I didn't hear the last part.
Become
Okay.
your own god, Warren. Become your own god.
BYOP. Bring your own pantheon.
I want to iterate the fact that this is Songbird trying to be encouraging.
Songbird sucks at this.
Does it?
I mean, if we get,
Encouraging, intimidating, same thing, right?
Encouraging or intimidation?
She's going
Depends
into
on the
nursing.
scenario.
She's
If this
going
was
into nursing.
She's going.
yeah,
into
I
this.
was like, if this was actual D&D,
You
Songbird
will
would either be a
get
barbarian
better.
or a life cleric.
Yes.
Either way, it's like,
Songbird is just going to dom her way through nursing.
Yes.
Away from
Yeah.
nursing.
I mean, don't most nurses though?
Intimidation is a charisma stat for a reason.
It is.
Yeah.
So, but actually, still with the Junie, Lynx, and Warren, what are you doing?
We are probably heading for
For deaths?
our dad's, which we would.
Yeah, we're trying to get to.
We would probably be heading towards like roughly an area where we know like their offices are.
So you're getting out of the vehicle then? The only way to get to their offices is to go in through the main lobby and then take an elevator down. Or go take stairs down.
More like the elevator.
Remember, there's very few buildings on the surface on this base.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's very few. Yeah, so yeah, we're probably getting out and.
And it's going to be an elevator because I'm probably going to go with y'all. Just because I can't stay in the truck on my own.
Yeah, I think they brought you a wheelchair.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they
could-
did. That's
Okay,
what
we
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It had to be an elevator.
So Warren's
You're
gonna
gonna have the stairs.
Warren's gonna have a shotgun and someone's gonna be pushing him along the fucking wheelchair ramp. All right, so you guys get out of the park the car, get out of the vehicle, head into the main doors. When you get up to the main doors, they're glass doors and everything like that, but they're all locked.
I was like, out of curiosity, is anyone pushing my wheelchair, or am I or am I wheeling myself?
One of us is probably pushing you to make it.
Yeah, we're probably
faster.
Okay.
Everyone stand back.
And Judy will shoot the doors.
Gonna
So right as the Robbie throws that thing up in the air, there's a double crump. As Robbie's bomb goes off in the background, and Judy shoots the doors.
No, I would like, if I may, I would like to paint this scene really quickly.
Fire away.
Because there is Judy, all 5'10" of, or like 5'8" of Judy. The blonde, the terribly dyed blonde hair in a high pony with the bright pink scrunchie.
Mm-hmm.
The pink fishnet shirt with the black crop top over it. The like black leather leggings, like silver boots.
Ultimate 80s rocker.
Ultimate 80s rocker, the blue and pink makeup with a shotgun shooting the doors.
And then there's Lynx with the leather vest on, a band, probably like a Guns N' Roses fucking band t-shirt. Like, maybe I'm not sure they would be wearing leather pants, but probably like a nice warm pair of jeans and like some combat boots.
And then Warren, who I just realized is still wearing his hospital gown.
No. Did we not?
I'm
get
sure
him-
we got you like
Did we
clothing
not
from
get
Lost
him
and
clothes
Found
from
and
He's
stuff.
wearing clothes from the
No.
Lost and Found at the sheriff's
He is
department.
from the sheriff's
Yeah.
No, we never did that.
Now he
I
is.
thought we talked about that.
Oh, if he wants to be in a hospital
Oh,
gown,
I
he can
do
totally
it.
be in a hospital gown.
You can totally
No,
do that.
it's still in the like what he was wearing in the hospital because we were talking about, but we never did it because we were so focused on the weapons and figuring out how to get to the trucks.
Oh,
Yes, he is still in the
no.
hospital. Yeah.
So, and
He's
I
just
can imagine.
flapping in the wind.
I can
rolling
also.
with a shotgun.
I can also imagine Lynx is sitting there and she's holding her shotgun, but it's kind of like hanging flat in her hand, and she's just staring at Junie with a little bit of drool.
Yeah.
Lynx will
God
no.
damn it, that is
Oh,
so
actually-
hot.
since Junie was on the shot, I would see Lynx probably being the one pushing Warren, and as that drool comes, one of their hands slips like the butt of the shotgun hits me in the back of the head.
Poor Warren.
It's just like the whole, like that. It's just like stumble.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, you shoot the glass doors. Actually, there's two sets of glass doors, and you blow out both of them because you just shoot through there. I take it you reach in and just click the lock.
Very, very carefully.
You unlock both the doors. You drive Warren through. The lobby is empty. There is a red security light flashing. The emergency lights are on, so the main lights are off. And you can see that where normally the visitor's booth is, there's normally someone that's sitting behind that at all times. As you walk up to it, the desk behind the visitor's booth, and it's like a kind of a long thing, and there's hallways that go left and right, and hallways that go directly to either side of the booth and go in the back to the back. There is the booth, the top of the desk has been like just, there's stuff thrown everywhere. You can see that there's blood on the floor behind the desk. And you can see there's drag marks that go back and around the corner. And you know that the two hallways that go past the visitor's desk go to a bank of 4 elevators behind it. They're like on the wall behind the visitor's desk. They're on the other side of the wall. And those go down into the main complex. And there's also, to the right and left of the elevator banks, there's also staircases that go down. You don't know if the elevator is going to be working because it's on emergency lockdown, so you don't know what the protocol is for that because you've never been in the base on emergency lockdown.
Yeah. Actually, the first thing that I will do, having fired the shotgun, is Warren still has the bag of ammo in his lap, so he's gonna reload.
You fired one shot, you instantly put another shot in.
Gotta be ready.
John
There's
Wick
no
in
time
this.
to reload.
She's got one in her hand. She just already has it done.
Jesus.
I'm actually gonna go around the visitor's desk to get behind it. I want to see if there are any somehow a walkie-talkie around.
There is a communications desk behind this. There is an actual full radio setup.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Is it set to the
Right now, it seems to be set to that emergency broadcast channel that's listing out the reactor status and giving updates on it.
I'm gonna switch. She's gonna turn the dial and try to find the other channel, or try to see if there's another channel that people are talking on.
Yeah, you quickly find a security channel, and on the security channel, you say sensors detect shot fired in the main gallery. We don't have anyone to dispatch up there. We're still combating the incursion in the lower levels. And we have the maintenance crews are still busy trying to clean out the ducts before this place blows up. Someone send someone up to check out who the fuck is shooting in the gallery.
Judy's gonna take the radio.
It's fine. It was just me.
Who the fuck is this?
It's Judy,
Who the fuck is Judy?
General Broadmeadow's daughter.
Sorry, General Broadmeadow's daughter. We'll dispatch a security team up to get you.
No, just we're here to help with the birds. Has anyone seen an osprey?
You just hear, you can tell he put his hand over the mic, but he forgot to let go of the clip. What the fuck's an osprey?
Judy will describe an osprey.
A real big hawk.
He's like,
It's like a really big hawk.
it's like, yeah,
Kinda
we've had reports of
terrifying.
that asshole everywhere.
Okay, where is it?
I don't know where it is right now. Last time I heard, it was down. It was with a large group of birds that were trying to force their way into the
Oh,
loop.
through the grate?
No, they had already gotten in through the grates.
Oh.
To the Hadron Collider?
The loop, yes. Who's that?
That's
Hi,
that's right.
I'm Felix, Svetz's child.
Dr. Fetz's daughter's here too? Oh man, we're all gonna lose our jobs.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You guys.
You hear another voice.
We
You
are-
hear another
we're
voice in the
gonna tell
background.
You guys about this bullshit.
You hear another voice in the background going, "It's court-martialed, you idiot! We're gonna get court-martialed."
Judy, let
Hold on.
No, you guys are gonna be fine. You guys are gonna be fine.
let's go.
Hold on.
Maybe those other MPs at the guard gate won't be.
No, I was gonna say, hold on. If you saw the button press, I can hear Warren hear that because he's still a little, loopy. He's just like, my dad's a lawyer.
Who's that?
He
Don't worry
doesn't matter.
about it.
He's injured.
You hear the voice come back on. He may be crying a little. And he's like, "Do you need us to send someone up to get you?"
How do I get to the loop?
I don't think you're allowed in the loop.
You guys
I don't
are in
think we have the
emergency
cards.
lockdown, and
Send someone
this is
for
an
us.
emergency, so you're gonna let me into the loop.
He's like, "I
Send
don't."
someone for us. We need to get to the loop. We need to assist.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Just send someone for us.
We're here to help.
You hear a thump, and the guy picks up the voice, and he's like, "Look, just go down the stairs to level 30. There's no elevator service right now."
Okay.
He's like, "But you're gonna need a security card to get in there, so I don't know how you're gonna get in there."
That's why I asked you to send someone.
He's
Ask
like,
the
"No
guy
one
to
on
figure
this
it out."
side of those doors can get in there now because it's in lockdown. Only someone with the command cards can get in and out, and that would be General Broadmeadow or the doctor or one of their assistants, and they're all locked in the room. Unless they come,
able to get
Figure this
in
out.
communication with them.
no. And if they come to the door, the only way they can unlock it is if they come to the door and use their security card. Last we heard, there was a bunch of gunfire in there, and that was it.
Okay. How
Judy's
thick
like,
are
I've got a
these
shotgun.
doors?
I'm gonna figure this out.
How thick are the doors?
The guy's like, "I don't know, just go down to 30th floor. I'm on floor 18.
All right, sorry, Warren. Unless you can hobble down these stairs, you gotta stay up here, bud.
I mean, Warren probably could. Just someone's got to carry the wheelchair down.
No, we're just gonna wheel Warren down the stairs. It'll be fine.
Like I said, he can definitely take the stairs. It's just how much fun will it be?
Well, it probably won't be that bad with all the medicine that Songbird gave him.
Exactly. Judy's gonna switch around and try to find like the all broadcast channel.
The one that they're putting out. There's no all broadcast channel. Robbie just got on that particular channel for security and just yelled into it.
Yep.
Okay, great. She's gonna.
I have
hope that this is gonna come through to the
I
other guy.
have a real quick question.
Sure.
Being that they're on lockdown, that means that every radio in those Humvees is set to this station as well.
They
Did
auto
I
default.
hear-
Yeah.
Did I hear that
Oh yeah.
conversation?
Songbird heard it. Sam heard it.
Okay. We'll jump back to our group at the point at the end of that conversation.
Okay.
Or me hearing it.
I was gonna say if Junie and Lynx are gonna take Warren down or go to the staircase, they do find one of those lovely angled stair climbers and ascenders that they use to pick
That-
people up and down.
Oh,
So
what's
the little caterpillar tread one that goes down the stairs and goes around. You know that?
Yeah. No, I know what it is. I remember the actual name of that. It's like that. Oh, I can't remember the name of that because I remember seeing that commercial
I'm not-
all the time when I was watching VHS.
Yeah, they have them in every.
Strap the wheelchair to the back.
Huh? Yep. You just
He'll
fold
be
the
down
wheelchair,
there, like-
put it in the rack, and
He'll
then
be down there like 20 minutes after y'all reach the
I was gonna say Robbie is never gonna go past him.
but yeah, so Yeah, Robbie, you hear that? But what I was going to say is, before we jump to any more scenes, because we'll stop the girls getting worn onto the tractor, and we'll stop everyone else there, because it's time for a break.
I was real quick because she would do this before she like gets off the radio. She'd be like, "Robbie, I hope you heard that. We're going down. We'll see you there." Hangs up, and then they start taking more into the stairs.
Under Lynx's breath, Lynx is like, I hope so.
Before we cut,
Yes.
I have one thing.
Okay.
Dad, where does this shaft lead?
He's like, it leads into
And
the
look-
ventilation network.
Well, that leads to the 30th floor.
It leads to every floor eventually.
Oh no.
Perfect. And
He's like, Robbie,
let's go to break.
there's no maps for this right here. I don't have any maps. And then that's where we cut.
Yep.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back. The chaos has taken over, and we're just going to ride the wave. 10 minutes. Bye.
Do you expect anything less,
No,
right?
Never.
Here, I'll share it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we have loaded a Scooby-Doo playlist, so we are ready to go.
There you go.
All right, so if I remember correctly, you wanted to jump to Robbie real quick? Because Robbie was going to jump?
Wasn't going to jump, was trying to see how far this went down before he finished sealing it up.
Well, you'd have to crawl down. I said it was 30 feet down.
Yeah, it's 30 feet down.
30 feet farther down the tunnel, where you can see the tunnel goes down. As an
Okay.
elbow.
And how big around is it?
The tunnel is like 10 feet across. It is an
Okay.
air intake for the facility. One of several.
So if it's an air intake, that means it likely goes all the way down.
It probably has multiple outlets for different air processing centers around the facility. But yeah,
But yeah, there's likely a main shaft that just goes all the way down.
from each one of these, yeah.
So let's say a single story is probably 10 feet, 30 stories,
300 feet.
300 feet.
Yeah.
I run that math real quick.
I don't math.
Dad, those Humvees, do y'all have any rope?
It's like, I'm sure there's rope on there, and they have the hoists on the front, but
How long are those hoists?
like 150 feet? They're just meant for pulling things out of the mud.
150 feet. You said you probably have rope. How long of rope?
Maybe about 2 coils because 1 coil each truck for about 50 feet each.
50 feet each? 250 feet. That's 50
Robbie,
feet
what the
further
fuck are
to
you
get.
thinking about doing?
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to sprint the 30 feet down to where it is. Does it get narrower as we go down?
No,
it
it
stays
goes
10
down.
feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't fall 50 feet. That won't work. I say out loud. I can't drop 50 feet. That won't happen.
Robbie, what the fuck are you doing? I
I'm
gotta
going down.
finish What?
I'm going down there. Keep this open for just keep this open. Feed.
The
other-
longer we keep it open, the more birds can get in, Robbie. There's only 3 of us here.
I hold that thought. I'm gonna run up. Songbird, Sam. I'm gonna run around the side of the Humvee. I'm gonna go into the air shaft. You can join me if you'd like, but it might suck. I would recommend you two go and go follow them down the stairs. Or if you'd like to stay here and shoot some birds, that's your call. But I'm going down the air shaft. I'm gonna kill this fucking osprey. I have a favorite enemy now, guys. I have a vendetta.
Songbird just gets out of the Suburban, grabs Robbie by the collar of his shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and just lightly headbutts his chest with a sigh. And you can see her hands release the shirt, tempted to strangle, and then puts them down. And just pats Robbie on the chest with her forehead still in the center of it. And just looks up and says, "Don't fucking die."
I'll do my best. I kiss you on top of the head. I run to the back of the Suburban. I'm gonna pop it open. Is there any rope in here as well? Anything?
Yeah, but it's only like a 20-foot coil.
Only a 20-foot coil. It makes it 30 feet. I could survive that if I did it right. Fuck. Limited options. And not a lot of time. Robbie does the math and realizes as much as he wants to, it's probably not going to work. He slams the fucking Suburban down. Never mind, we're taking the stairs. Someone go help. I grabbed my shotgun and I just blasted at the fucking birds for a second, trying to get some taken down to lessen the flock.
I can imagine Robbie just grabbing the shotgun going, ah!
I just walk forward, shooting directly into the birds.
Yes.
We have our own duffel bag of ammo and shit.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
There's one for each
Sure.
each of the vehicles.
Making sure. We should have another flash grenade, correct?
Yeah, I think you split the case between both bags. So it's
Got
6
you.
and
Okay,
6.
cool. 6 and 6. So Robbie's used One.
One.
Songbird's gonna drag Robbie back over to the duffel and say, I need you to make another shotgun thing that you made that you put in the other bag real quick.
Sorry, 2
Oh,
seconds.
1,000, 2,000.
13 ounces is less than a pound, right?
Yes, 16 ounces is a pound.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're doing math.
Yep.
Are you trying to find how hard you'd kill yourself if you fell 30 feet?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
A lot.
You don't really blow out both your ankles.
Yep.
No biggie.
Or your knees or your back.
Either way.
Your hips would probably survive it, though. That's a good one.
Don't go ahead first.
Oh,
Unless you can-
yeah, that would just kill you.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out, but it's not giving me what I want.
Well, that's because what you want is probably physically and theoretically
No, it's
impossible.
not. It's not. I need to know how long it takes for a 1 pound object to fall 300 feet.
1
Math.
pound object, 300 feet.
I found a calculator, but it's not letting me put in weight. Doesn't matter. So sorry.
What's the way to? We're trying to find
I
out.
would
Find
get
us.
300 feet. It'd probably be roughly around 15 to 20 seconds.
But it's only if it's a straight drop.
It
because
is.
We're assuming
It
Oh,
is a
so
straight
it's
drop.
Drop at the end of it.
straight drop. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Sunbird's just gonna tell Robbie, like, drag Robbie over.
How much
I
is
need you to
it?
make another one of
What was the weight you were trying to convert?
1 pound.
13
1
ounces.
pound.
13 ounces is how much. Done. Pops back open the Suburban, takes out one of the flashbangs, and just literally lays down a strip of duct tape, puts shotgun shells on it, and then wraps it back up. Here you go.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
Where did you leave the other bottle?
The other bottle? I look up. Is it still on top of the Humvee?
Actually, it is.
I guess they learned their lesson, didn't they? Don't
Okay.
fuck with Robbie.
I need you to go tell your dad's friends they need to lure the birds into one area away from the Humvee. They're doing the weird thing where they try to scatter. So if we get all of them, basically go out further to lure the birds and try to get the birds in a clump and do the thing where they try to scatter, all of them shoot at the same time while also blasting noise to draw attention and hopefully draw more of them. We need to see if if they'd be able to sacrifice a car.
I go over and iterate. I walk up to whatever guy is undoubtedly like sitting on top of the Humvee, just blasting away like he's shooting in a backyard. Inevitably, there's a guy who's having a good time with it.
Yeah, he's basically got 4 boxes of rounds around him, and you see one of the boxes of rounds is already like empty.
Hey, George. I iterate the information to him.
He's like, "Hey, Robbie, you got a fresh shotgun? I think I'm overheating the barrel on this one."
Here, take this one. I just toss it to him.
He's like, "Oh,
I've
thanks."
got more in the car. It's fine. Can you make some birds? Can you get the birds to gather around further away from where y'all are? And are y'all willing to sacrifice a Humvee?
It's like, I don't give 2 shits about these pieces of shit. He's like, but the birds are focused on that stupid grate. We're just trying to keep them away from your dad. And he's saying this between popping off more shots.
Yeah.
Songbird will walk over with 2 flash grenades, one of them being the one with the rounds on it, and just walk up to George and Robbie and
George.
just say, how far can a Humvee drive with its oil line cut out?
Good ways, like miles, before it overheats, especially if you're starting it cold. Why? What's going on?
What's your dad doing?
Trying to get that grate sealed up.
Yeah, he's got the portable arc welder down there. He's trying to seal the grate back up. Something stole the bolts out of the cover.
That would be the birds.
Probably
Can
the
I-
crows or ravens.
Can a Humvee
He's like,
cover
Crows,
that?
ravens.
Can a Humvee cover that?
The grate?
Yeah.
I mean, we could drive the Humvee into the grate and put it up against it.
Cool. If you cut this Humvee's like oil line
Uh-huh.
and drive it over there, can it make it?
Yeah?
Can you do that?
He's like, why? And he's...
Songbird holds up the plastic bottle full of chemicals and the 2 grenades. If you make the Humvee explode and you put this in it, it should basically make poison gas to kill the birds if they come near the grate, which will then save your dad time from trying to seal it. And we
That's
can
an air intake grate.
And
It'll suck whatever you're putting in it into the building.
then the birds won't get in there.
But the people in the building.
Fine. Listen, I'm trying to problem solve here. I'm like,
You're trying to commit a war crime.
no. Maybe. I don't know.
Technically, these aren't people. Is it a war crime if it's against?
I meant the
hostile
people in the
animals?
building who are technically your allies if we're looking at the rules of the Geneva Convention.
That's fair, George.
Okay, fine. Where's an interception point for the birds? You guys are in the fucking military. You should know where those are, right?
An intercept.
You wanna
The
fight me?
only commonality we find is the grates. He's like, the other grates are fine. The covers are still on them. We discovered this Drake had no cover on them. The birds have been using the air intake ducts to get through the system and clog almost all the intakes into the actual building.
Is this one clogged?
No, we cleared it out.
Okay, perfect.
And it's not the 10-foot grates. They've been going down to the smaller grates. He's like,
Okay. I was hoping that if there was still a clog in it, then like if you just build a firebomb, that it would just firebomb it and declog it. But, you know.
no, there's no clog in this one. He's like, and plus the big tunnels are not being clogged. They're going to the individual floors. Like, they know where the reactor is. And they're
Yeah, because
trying
they've
to...
been finished modified.
Yes, they do. They do know where.
Why do you need to kill the Osprey? Okay, George, you're my safety buddy now. How
He's-
close are you to retirement?
George is like, looks at you and he's like, I'm 27 years old.
God, you're so ancient.
He's like,
Robbie, go kill the fucking Osprey. I'm gonna hang out with George. Maybe take Sam with you. I think she's bored.
Sam, you coming? And I'm already sprinting toward. I'm not even getting in the car. I'm just straight sprinting. I grabbed another shotgun out of the car. I grabbed like 2 boxes of ammo, dumped them into my jacket, and I'm just sprinting for the door. Sam, catch up. We're going inside.
Sam's still in the car, so she can just turn around and pass you.
You're muted. Jess.
Jess,
so
you're
you know.
muted. If you would just wear a headset, you wouldn't have to worry about the echo.
Blow me.
So, anyway, what were you saying?
Good, you can hear me now. Since cars are faster than men, I'm just gonna go drive there.
I see her driving. Okay, slow down. I'm just gonna,
Robbie's a little overexcited right now.
shotgun over the shoulder, I'm gonna open the door, and I'm gonna stand because I still have a lot of energy. Robbie is
You're just standing on the side rail.
standing on the side rail, ready to hop off the second this bitch stops.
Songbird, are you staying?
I'm staying with George. George, you're my safety buddy. We're gonna make a firebomb to kill these birds without killing people inside, since you apparently care about them. So,
George fires one shot, looks at you, and is like,
We're friends.
what?
eyes on the bird. Eyes on the bird. All right. So, I have chemical gas that needs to emulate, and it's better if you use it like a Molotov. That's what I read. And so, I also have a flash grenade with shotgun shells to do concussive shit
Okay.
and scatter. So you like shooting these things. You seem to enjoy killing them. Tap into that bloodlust. Help me.
He's
My idea is we basically just get the oil out of one of these cars and the gas,
Uh-huh.
and then we use it as an accelerant. Or
Okay.
this, we toss it while it's on fire. Big boom. Scare the birds away, but any birds that come this way will then
Stop.
do the
Stop. Take this. Shoot birds.
But
Shoot
also you probably
birds!
have some help. I'm
He goes around to the back of the Humvee.
man.
He goes around the back of the Humvee, and you hear him clanking around. And he comes out, and he literally has a 5-gallon metal container of gasoline, and a 2-quart bottle of motor oil, and a bottle of brake cleaner spray. And he says, "Do you want to make a bomb or not?"
You told me to shoot birds.
Good man, George. Good man.
He's a
We love
mechanic.
We
Yeah.
stand, George.
I wanted an old grumpy one who probably has already thought about blowing up this building, but it's fine. He's 27. He's going through it. He's going through a quarter-life crisis, and there's birds.
It's all legit.
Basically,
He's
above
27 and he's not paid enough for this bullshit.
above table, Songbird's idea is for Songbird and George to basically drive this Humvee out, or at least walk out now that we have a bunch of fucking gas and gasoline and oil, to a spot that is far enough away from the air duct, but is still in the path of whenever they're shooting the birds, they're doing that fucking scatter material
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get all of the guys that are shooting at them to basically shoot them into that area.
So I understand what you're saying. Like I said, the biggest problem you're going to have with that plan is the fact that the birds do not want to leave the air duct. The reason
know
the guys
that.
are sitting there firing at the birds and standing around right by the air duct is because they're trying to keep the birds off of Robbie's dad, and that's the reason that one of them wasn't helping Robbie's dad, because if even one of them stops shooting, then the birds will stop nailing Robbie's dad in the head and shit, and he won't be able to do anything.
Valid. Okay, I didn't know the birds were in the air duct and not out.
They're not in the air duct. They're trying to get into the air
They're
duct.
trying to get in.
Yes.
That's what I thought. So yeah, so Songbird wants to basically add an extra layer of interception on these birds. And knowing that this gas kills them whenever they fly through it, they don't care if they die. They still want to get towards that air duct and Robbie's dad. It's because they're smart enough to probably fly around it, but not all of them. Because they're still thinking of brute tactics.
Yeah.
Sacrifice the many to get the few through. And
Also,
it will make
if
fewer
you
that they need to shoot.
If you set the Humvee on fire, at least for 10 minutes, it will be a giant just bonfire. That will be a giant smoke screen and fire screen between the vent and whatever else. It'll make the birds have to go into even narrower flight patterns to get by the fire, which means less area to have to shoot through. So
Now you're on it. Now you're on it.
all right. The biggest
Yeah,
problem is the Humvee blowing up.
Yeah, which is why we want to get it away in a distance. But also, whenever these things blow up, they should set off the car alarm where, well, it's still on fire, right? Because these are military vehicles.
They don't
not
have
gonna
alarms.
Humvee's not gonna have
They
an
don't
alarm.
have alarms?
No.
None of
No.
these?
Oh. They wouldn't have an alarm.
Humvee's a service vehicle. It's not gonna have an alarm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that are equipped as assault vehicles, they're not going to have an alarm, because if an alarm starts going off in the middle of an attack, it's ridiculously dumb.
They also barely have traction. They wouldn't put an alarm in there.
All right, fine. So yeah, basically start a bonfire and make a bomb. So George and Songbird's just going to help George build a bomb to hopefully make a narrow path to make it easier to shoot down these birds, because she also has the duffel bag
All right.
full of ammo. I think 2 shotguns, because there were shotguns in the Suburban.
Yeah.
There were 2 in there.
Yeah.
Jess had one. You had one in the back seat with you, and I gave mine to George. So you
Yeah,
should.
so George has a fresh one at least. So there's 2. that
Yeah,
need
George
one.
has technically 2. He has the one he's letting
Yeah.
cool down, because he's literally capped off like 150 rounds by now. And so he's got one he's letting the barrel cool down on, and he's got the one that Robbie gave him.
So yeah, so basically Songbird and George, this is what they're doing while everyone else is doing fuck shit.
Fucking shit.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm?
I'm
But I say
27.
we directly
Shortbeard.
head in. Hey, Shortbeard, what's up,
He
buddy?
said, how close are you to retirement? I'm 27. Millennials don't get to retire.
He's not technically a
Well, this is
millennial.
86, so
He's not technically a millennial. He's a boomer.
He's technically a
Gen
boomer
X.
because this is
Gen-
in No, he's Gen X.
He
He's
was-
Gen X.
No, he's
no, he's boomer.
He's boomer.
He's boomer
Yeah,
because
he's boomer.
we would be the beginning of Gen X.
Yep, because this game is set in
No.
86.
Yeah,
Hold on,
we
hold
would
on.
be
If he-
Gen X.
If he's baby boomers were born at the end of World War II, so it's like the 40s, early 50s. If he's 27, he'd be
The
at
end
the
of
edge of
baby
it.
boomers is like 62.
60.
Mm-hmm.
The end of baby boomers is 65. I only know because both my parents fall into it.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad falls into it.
Yeah.
My mom.
Dun dun dun.
That's all I got. Unless
Alright.
I need to roll to build a bomb.
No. What's going to happen is George is actually going to. While you're playing this all to George, George is like, you know how to do all this, correct?
I learned really quickly.
He's like,
I
and
was
then
able to kill a bunch
then
of birds in
you
a parking
shoot
lot.
birds, and I will make it.
Okay.
Better say
Alright,
you've
have
got
fun.
at least 2 Vietnam vets here and one guy who just missed it. They definitely know what they're doing with improvised explosives.
And they all
I
work
also
in a
know
garage.
I shoot the shit out.
And they all work in a garage together, which means I guarantee you they fabricated explosives just to entertain themselves.
And
yeah.
part of mechanic school is learning what not to do because it will blow you up. So he's basically easily reverse engineering safety training.
Which he's done multiple times to, like I said, amuse himself.
Boredom!
Board him on a military base. Something's gonna get broken.
So Songbird's taking up George's position and is also yelling towards Robbie's dad. Hi, Robbie's dad. You're gonna become my dad-in-law in like 20-something years. I hope you like me.
you just hear him cussing. Because he's like, God damn it, Robbie, where'd you fucking go?
Is there there's nobody helping him. because
He
of the thing,
can't.
right?
Yeah, there was only 3
Yeah.
of them in the car.
Okay. That's
He
fine.
should have had the hinges welded up pretty good at that point. He should be able to hold it up at this
He only
point.
had one more to do.
No, he had all of them to do.
All of them to do.
Because
did
every time
one
he tried to
right
tack
there.
it would break off because it's too much weight for it to support. So when Robbie held it up, he got one well tacked in, and he was going to go do the second one, but then Robbie jumped into the grate and ran down the pipe.
If
There are more
Tell-
pressing issues.
the pipe goes down, correct?
After it goes straight 30 feet, and then there's an elbow that goes directly down. It's a 90-degree elbow.
Okay. Songbird is going to yell because there's also guys around him shooting.
No, there's only one other guy.
There's one other guy.
Yeah.
Songbird is going to basically relay this plan of we're going to build a fire to try to tunnel the birds. When we tunnel the birds, she's going to try to back the Humvee into the thing to see if the Humvee's weight can give him enough. If she backs the Humvee in, or has George back the Humvee in, it's probably going to be George, because he knows how to drive this thing. Let's be honest. The grate is this way, right?
No, the grate is vertical.
This way.
Yeah.
So, is there a way to back the Humvee into it to put pressure on it?
Yeah,
so
because
that
it's
can then
just
weld
down.
it- weld around it?
It's just in a little covert, and there's a water drain in front of it. But basically, you could back it into that ditch it's in, and then back the Humvee all the way up against the grate.
She's gonna yell that to Robbie's dad and then the other guy, because George is a ways, and maybe George will hear. She's just gonna yell it while she's shooting birds.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the plan once we get the fire going.
He's like, "Do you need the Humvee for anything?"
No, I mean I'm just sitting on top of it because George was up here and he seemed to have fun.
He's like, "Back the Humvee up now."
I don't know how to drive this thing.
He's like, "Oh shit!" And you hear him like drop something.
Which
He
is
comes
me.
running up the girl. He's like, "No, keep shooting!" And he gets in the Humvee and starts it.
Do I need to get down?
He's like, maybe. And he starts backing into the ditch.
Robbie gets it honest.
Hold on to your butt.
But he ends up backing up in the ditch, and he like you see he like the grate's kind of like angled against the corner. He backs up and he basically backs the Humvee into the grate and then puts it in reverse and grinds the wheels for a minute, and he forces the grate further into it, and then he just like puts the Humvee and puts the emergency brake on the Humvee and locks it in place, and he's like, that should hold it. And he grabs the other shotgun that was cooling off and he starts loading it, and he's like, now go make a fire or something.
But I want to spend time with my future father-in-law,
He's like,
killing birds.
have you met Robbie's father yet?
No.
You definitely haven't. You've seen him.
I know enough about Robbie's father.
He looks at you and he says,
Talking.
are you and Robbie dating?
No, we have a marriage pact, so then Robbie doesn't die early
Oh.
in his life.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. You're probably not going to get that one fulfilled. Robbie is destined to die in some dumb way.
No, he made me a promise. He won't die by hubris, only by an act of the god. Cocks a shotgun. All right, let's go. If I kill more birds than you,
Okay,
if I kill more birds than you have to pay for the wedding cake.
so we'll cut
And
back
then-
to everyone else now.
I just want to say, it's like she's gonna tempt the other guy who is shooting birds, because there's George, Robbie's dad, and one spare guy, right?
Mhm, yeah.
She's gonna just go up to him and unsettlingly say over his shoulder, "You should help George go build a giant bonfire. Let the inferno take over."
He looks at you. He is a very serious looking Hispanic man, and he looks over at you and he's like, "Mija, you are fucking crazy." He's like, "Robbie is doomed either way now," and he starts just shooting at birds.
Does George need my help?
No, George does not need your help.
George is having fun.
George is having a good time.
George is probably actively smoking a cigarette while doing this.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the moment he had his hands free, the first thing he did was pull out a Marlboro and light it.
Yeah. I'm done.
All right, so let's go back over to the folks in the lobby. You guys get to the stairs, and you basically have you look at the thing, you see the tractor thing, you start getting Warren strapped into it, and right as you're strapping into it, you hear ding.
Is that an elevator?
I don't know. You gonna go look?
I was gonna say, what was that, y'all?
I will. Judy will go and look.
As you go look out, you see a very nervous-looking young man with a rifle standing in the elevator, and he's looking around, and he's like,
Oh, are you the security escort?
he's like, I was told to come up here and get some miscreants.
The elevator's working?
I unlocked this one.
Oh, good. Lynx, we got an elevator. We don't have to strap him to the stair thing. Unless it's too late to take him out and then he can just ride himself.
You just hear Lynx in the background go,
Oh, if he's already strapped in, just start it.
Just start it. I'll let him go.
You're already strapped in. It's gonna take too much time.
Lynx, do you hit the button?
Lynx looks at Warren, sighs, and is like, God damn it, this guy is not technically my little brother, but he is my little brother. I kind of have to not abandon him. Pulls the wheelchair to the side, gets him back out.
And you guys kind of looking around. He's like, did you do? He looks around the corner. He's like, did you shoot those doors in?
Yes.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, I guess you could do that.
I mean, they were locked. What else was I supposed to do?
It's an emergency
Not come in the
situation.
building?
Yeah, that wasn't an option.
It totally was an option, miss. I'm sorry to say.
It really wasn't. When you know what I know, it really wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Lynx holds up their arms, which I'm sure are partially shredded because of the birds in the vehicle on our way to the police station. Lynx goes, I've dealt with these fucking things. All right?
He looks at you and he says, "The building's kind of full of them, miss."
Oh, yeah. So, So, maybe you should listen to the people who have been trying to be heard about this fucking situation for multiple days now.
Wait, I have a question, and I can't believe we forgot about this. Where is Jello?
Jello's back at the police station eating donuts.
I don't think he came with you.
We
Yeah, he chose. No, he chose to stay in the police station.
We
I
told
forgot about
him.
Because y'all bribed him with fresh pizza.
Yep.
Oh, wait, we did.
Yeah, Jello's back at the police
We're playing
station.
the long game.
We're gonna wheel Warren into the elevator, and as the doors close, Judy just goes, "Oh, by the way, the birds talk."
As the doors close,
Hold on.
Robbie comes.
Gotta say, we should have the vehicle, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as the doors close, Robbie and Samantha come running by, sliding to stop.
Just no, we definitely don't like run in. I just tell Sam, gut it and go through the door.
Oh my god!
At least we didn't do that.
Okay.
I only shot the doors.
What's worse is there's stairs that go up to the door, so it's not even a clean kaboom. It's a blah blah blah.
And I'm just
Can I drive down? Because that'd be cool.
No, it's going up. No, you can't drive down. You're gonna crash into the reception desk.
just gut it and stop. Get through the doors and stop. And I'm just gonna hold on. And I'm gonna say to myself, they can bill me.
Sam, are you willingly gonna do this?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I just love that. Yeah.
How is it that Junie and freaking Lynx and Warren are the well-adjusted ones in this
Wait a
situation?
minute. Stop everything. Robbie is hanging to the outside of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Robbie would never be able to hang on through this.
No, you're correct. I'm not hanging on to the. I would be. Let's step back a little bit. I thought I was in the vehicle.
You got a little overzealous there.
I'll tell you, you'd be shredded if you did that. You get
really
shredded
want
off
me
the
to
glass.
slam you into a building, I can. But
Oh
Never
my
mind, never mind.
god.
Get to the door. Just get to the door. Just stop at the door.
So you basically pull up to the front of the building, stop at the stairs, and you both climb out of the. Well, Robbie just jumps down. And you climb out of the vehicle, run through the shut-out glass doors, and like I said, you come around the corner just as they've gotten because they had to get Warren unstrapped and everything like that, and get him in the wheelchair. So you come around the corner just as the doors are closing, and you run by. And you see this elevator closing, and you see Juniper, Lynx, and Warren, and some very terrified-looking private sitting in the elevator. And you guys go running by, and the private suddenly's like, "What?"
Is there an open door button?
Yeah, like Lynx.
Well, the private's got a key and a little thing, and he's like got a thing closed door.
We need them. We need them. We need them.
Looks at you, and he's like, "This back is turns it to stop," and then he turns it to open door, and he's like. He looks out the window, looks at the thing because you guys like kind of ran by it. He's like,
You said we saw the elevator closing, right?
Yep.
We breakfast club stop on we do the little hallway stop thing, and then I just hop in.
Beeline.
Is there music playing in this elevator?
Yes, absolutely.
As the music
Of
plays,
course, as
Robbie-
we're all like.
Oh wait,
bloody
it's
and bruised.
wait no, it's not just music. It's the theme to the Love Boat.
perfect.
Of course.
Oh,
As we go down 30
Only on
floors-
instrumental.
As we go down 30 floors, Robbie just pulls the shotgun over, checks it, makes sure he's loaded, puts it back, pulls the revolver out, spins it, puts it back.
The
takes
private keeps on just looking over his shoulder at you with the guns. He's like
Yeah,
holding the
like-
key.
He has a bunch of well-armed teenagers with him.
Yes.
I pulled I grab the duffel and I start just handing like handfuls of shells to people. Take these, take a couple of these. Just kind of divvy out a couple rounds of each thing, mostly birdshot, but a couple beanbag rounds, something.
Are you
Lynx
wanting
is
me to
definitely
hand me?
stuffing these in their leather vest.
Just
My signature item.
Yeah.
So,
I'm assuming he's handing me stuff to hand
Oh,
back to him when he's out of rounds.
Oh no, I've got my grandpa's military jacket on. It has so many pockets.
yeah, it has
It's
a
World
billion
War
and a half
II
pockets.
jacket. It is. Yeah, it has.
So, yeah, those things have like 20 pockets on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this thing's covered.
Especially if you're a paratrooper.
Plus a couple that Robbie sewed in himself over time for additional pockets. And Robbie takes one box of the revolver ammo and just like you see him pull open the jacket, reach a little bit further back than there should be a pocket, and just dumps the box into it and puts it back.
Robbie's gonna clink when he runs.
For sure. Doesn't care. It's fine. Pulls out a cigarette, lights it in the elevator.
With almost like on automatic, the soldier says, "No smoking in the building."
Shut the fuck up, soldier.
Robbie, can I bum one?
Sure. I just throw you a pack and I pull another out of another pocket and open
Rock on.
Samantha doesn't smoke.
it. Anybody else? Smoke with Adam.
What'd you say, Lynx?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry, not Lynx.
No,
Junie.
Judy's just like, no, I'm good. Judy's just like making sure. She's like, wait, I don't have enough space. Starts piling her shotguns into Lynx's pockets too.
At first, like Lynx probably like is startled, but just accepts it. It's like,
Yeah, I was gonna
they're touching my ass right now. They are touching my ass right now.
I was gonna say it hasn't even been a full day since coming out of the closet and you're already starting to use up someone else's clothes.
Warren.
I have no pockets.
I look at Warren. I open up his duffel.
Yeah, because I'm still gunless. All I have is the duffel.
No, you should.
You had a shotgun.
You should.
Yeah, you had a shotgun.
You had a shotgun on your
No,
lap.
Okay, if I was holding the bombs in my hand, I would not have had a shotgun in my lap.
No,
when we got you out of
Songbird
the
took the bombs.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
traded.
but when we got you out of the vehicle, we would have grabbed a shotgun for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and you
We're
should.
not going to leave you without a weapon in
You should
essentially
also
a
have
bird
a
apocalypse.
We should
Probably only has beanbag rounds though, considering how drugged he is.
Oh yeah.
Only load him with beanbag rounds.
I look. I turn around. I look Warren in the eyes. Cigarette in my mouth, actively getting in your eyes, making your eyes water. Look, kid. You got this. And I slap him once across the face. You got this. And I hand him a fully loaded shotgun. I'm trusting you to throw if we need them. I'm trusting you to throw the rest of these flashbangs perfectly. Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, let's maybe have Sam do that.
I want to give Warren something to do, guys.
It's fine. It's fine. That shotgun has beanbag shots in it. It's gonna be okay.
That'll still kill a bird. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you really want to trust him with birdshot right now?
I mean, it could all,
Dude.
I mean, if it hits right, it could also kill a man too, though.
Yeah, beat him in the head. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, not even that.
it's a lot less.
If you hit
It'll
him in the chest
hurt.
too,
Yeah.
It'll usually just hurt. It's not a fun feeling by any means.
Yeah.
But usually it's not going to kill you.
Having been
Oh, no,
shot
I
with a
think it's
beanbag
cool.
round, it does more than hurt.
Oh, it'll break ribs.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it will
yeah.
break ribs and everything. That's why we're saying it'll kill birds.
yeah. Well, that's what I was saying that too. It could also probably kill if you land a shot like right in the right spot of the
Oh yeah,
chest
if you
and then
hit
between
like right in
heartbeat.
the breastbone.
Yeah, you can kill him.
Yeah.
But we're on floor what now? Like
You're actually on floor 20. You got like a few more moments,
Nice.
and you're gonna be on 22 or 30. I mean,
floor 20.
all right. This is actually like an express elevator, so yeah, it doesn't take very long. So you guys get down to 30. The doors open. As the doors open, there is just fucking birds flying everywhere down here.
I look for a zone with the least number of people in it, like birds flying around, but the
You
least
see-
number of people.
Well, do you like stick? Because you're looking at a wall.
Oh, I'm looking at a wall.
Mhm.
Okay. I kind of peek around.
Okay.
Like-
When you look
like-
to the right, you can see that down the way there is a bunch of furniture that's been piled up.
Mhm.
almost to the ceiling. And you can see the birds are kind of like just screaming around that and moving back and coming back and moving back. And some of them are like clinging onto. You see some of them land on like some of the like furniture and try and like get through. And then that's when you hear like a couple of rounds go off probably from a shotgun, and the birds go. Bleh.
I'm gonna grab one of the flashbangs and just slide it down. Get away from the barricade!
You hear, huh? And then you hear, Pwah!
It also ought to muffle it a bit for them.
Yep.
I do give this. I do before I throw it. I say, cover your ears, and go ahead and toss it. Yell, cover my ears.
When the soldier saw you grabbing the flashbang, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And the moment you like just pulled it and threw it, he was like, he went to the back of the elevator, and covered his ears.
To be fair, I shouldn't be hearing much of anything right now anyway, because I've been firing a 12 gauge with no hearing protection.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucked.
Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
When did they start actually like having bands wear hearing protection on stage?
Oh, not until like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. 'Cause
That's
I
why-
thought it was something like that.
That's why almost all the 80s hair band guys are fucking deaf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, probably the only ones that have decent hearing would be me, Sam, and Songbird.
Yeah.
Maybe Songbird.
Maybe Songbird.
Huh?
She did spend a lot
She
of
was a-
time.
At concerts from a young
Oh.
age.
Fair.
So you guys are, the flashbang goes
Definitely
off.
Warren,
Birds just like fall out of the air and just like laying all over the thing. A bunch of all the other birds just like shot off down the hallway, instinctively just moving away from the concussive. Yeah,
Past us.
yeah. So
Okay. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, everybody, to makeshift barricade, because if they're barricading themselves in, that's where they want to be. I'm gonna look down the hallway and see. Do I see the osprey?
no,
Okay, cool. We're here to help. Let us through. I'm gonna like everyone go. Or actually, soldier, hold on. Have you seen a giant hawk?
he looks at you and he says, "We've gotten reports of one that's leading a lot of the birds, but I haven't seen it. I was in
Where was it last
communications."
reported?
Where
Where
was this last reported location?
He's like, "This level."
where at?
Perfect.
He's like, they're trying to get to the. Apparently,
To the
they're trying to the collider, to the loop.
To
Yeah.
the loop? Is the loop behind that barricade?
The entrance to the loop is, yeah.
Great. We're gonna need to get there.
I'm gonna look. Are there any air ducts currently opened?
In this area, no.
Okay. Okay, everybody get towards the barricade. That's the direction we're gonna have to go. And I'm gonna start. Who would? I'm gonna walk backwards as everyone goes. I'm gonna like keep point to a rear.
Yep.
So as they start flying, I can start taking shots.
Probably Junie and the soldier in front.
I think so. Yeah. Lynx, you want to join back here? And Warren just keep. I just keep
Rolling.
I
Yeah.
tap. I push Warren along from behind with my foot.
Yeah.
With your butt.
We're
You
like
can
pushing the wheelchair with our asses.
Just rolling him back.
As you're coming up, you can see that they're pulling like furniture out of one side of the barricade, and they're moving stuff out, and they clear enough for like you guys to like come through. As you go through, you can see that there is a bunch of soldiers and scientists back here. Junie, you immediately see your dad, and he's just standing there, and he's looking at you.
I've
Oh,
been
you're-
deputized.
You're cut the fuck up too, aren't you? We are all torn to shreds.
Oh yeah, no, we're all
Yeah.
shredded.
I'm pretty sure,
Our arms look somewhat like mincemeat right about now.
except for Warren, because I think Warren's gotten shredded.
Yeah, but Warren's in a casting in a wheelchair, so
We're in the hospital gown.
in a hospital
Yeah,
gown.
that too.
Robbie's got shit all over his face and neck. Yeah. I probably look like hell. Okay.
Junie is holding the shotgun, just meets her dad's eyes and goes,
I got deputized.
His dad looks at you as like, and you're grounded.
Lynx just
We'll discuss that after we get the Osprey. But
It's like, he says the Osprey is trying to get to the loop.
yeah, we know.
where
And
we're
he
at.
looks at Lynx and he says, your dad thinks that the Osprey is trying to
They're trying to
Use
kill
the-
all mankind because it's the time of the bird.
I think
Their
that they
words are
I think they may have given up on the idea. Your father thinks that they're trying to get the access to the loop so they can use it to get out of here.
Not if I have anything to do with it. Where's the loop?
He says, looks at you and he's like,
Look,
who the fuck
Like,
is
you've
this?
also been deputized. We've all been deputized.
we've
by
all
the
been
sheriff.
deputized.
You're on a military base that has no rank, nothing to do with this.
But it
Sir?
still matters.
But you can deputize us.
No, I can't.
I mean, you
all due
could.
respect,
You could.
where
So there is precedent of people getting rank, being given rank on the battlefield.
He's like,
But-
This is a
that-
battlefield. I would qualify this as a battlefield. It's a battlefield
Sergeant Hawks!
first, but it's still a
guy
battlefield.
steps up. He's like, yes, sir. He's like, use that duct tape that you used to assemble that shitty barricade. He's like, take this girl to a wall.
I would not do that.
He's like, and tape this one to a wall if she says anything
I
again.
really wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's it. Tape her to a wall.
I look for a sign.
Dad?
Is there a
What?
sign indicating which way the loop is?
Actually, you don't need to look. About 30 feet beyond the barricade, there is a set of steel doors in what looks to be a reinforced brick wall. That is because, like, you know, the rest of the wall is obviously cement wall, but this is like reinforced brick, and there's steel doors ahead of you, and the steel doors are closed, and there's no like glass in them whatsoever.
It's just solid steel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it look like there's a card reader?
Yes.
Perfect.
How about the wall next to the door? What's that made out of?
Cement.
Reinforced concrete and cement. Yeah.
Okay, so can you shoot through that?
No.
It would take you hours with like a heavy duty machine.
The
gun.
weakest point in everything I just described is the steel doors.
Yes. Well, probably the
Yeah.
hinges, but those are probably inside.
They're the inside, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Lynx, ask, General, last name,
Broadmeadow.
Broadmeadow.
General Judy's dad.
Where's my dad?
He's inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see my dad.
He looks at you and he says, he is insanely busy.
I want to help him.
while he is distracted, I see his key card on him.
Uh-huh. He's been
Cool.
using it so much, it's like literally just hanging off his waist.
Okay, cool. Is it like clipped, or is it on one of those little pull things?
It's on one of those little pull things.
How many soldiers are around me right now?
There's like 4.
4? Are they?
But
looking at
literally,
me, or-
they're putting stuff back up under the barricade and sealing it back up as best they can.
Perfect.
And you literally see
Are
that
you
the
just gonna,
barricade is
like-
made of duct tape.
I'm going to just slowly, not the K-bar, not pulling up the K-bar. It's gonna be that'd be too big and too slow. I'm just gonna pull out a tiny little like penknife, and I'm going to grab the key card,
Mm-hmm.
pull cut, and sprint for the door.
Make me a body and move roll for this.
I was gonna
Definitely.
say, could I do a sneak roll to see if he sees me or if
Sure.
he notices I'm grabbing
Yeah.
it?
Mhm.
Okay. And then I'll do a move to make it there.
Yeah, and Warren's just in there going like,
Because if I can easily, without him noticing, just and cut it, I'm gonna take it. But if I
Can
don't succeed there, I'm gonna run.
Can I assist? Judy is very slowly moving and pulling Warren in front of her
Okay.
because I have a
Someone
plan if this doesn't work.
Oh no!
Are you going to go ramming speed with Warren?
Yes.
Poor Warren.
That's
Hold on.
happening right now.
Liz, I'm gonna message you something, and I need that I would love to set up for this just for comedy reasons.
Okay.
I want to meet.
If we go through this, hold on, I gotta fucking find you on my list now.
Okay, hang on a second. You're gonna what?
I want to lock eyes with each of you quickly, kind of look down at the key card, and start to reach for it. So, yeah, and then I'm gonna kind of nudge my head. This is all while he's yelling at her. Clearly, I'm gonna kind of just quickly nudge my head, go to reach, and
Lend a hand.
You have lend a hand, Robbie.
thank you, because that makes it 2 successes.
Oh damn!
Can I modify
I
your
love
roll real
it.
quick? Because I've always wanted to see these used successfully, and I never have.
Sure.
You pull out a Swiss Army knife, and you take out those little scissors.
I just slide it, snip it, and I'm gonna. Since he hasn't noticed,
No, he has not noticed.
I'm just
They
gonna
don't
casually
touch
start
it.
walking backing up towards the door, making sure none of the scientists are looking at me too hard. Gonna just casually make my way back, and I'm gonna kind of motion for Sam to go, and motion for. Yeah, gonna kind of do this motion to Junie, like keep him going for a second, and then just gonna kind of motion to Lynx, and gonna just back up towards the door,
We got you.
and then swipe the card. I'm sure it's gonna like
Oh
it's gonna
yeah, and then the big giant maglock on the door goes clank.
yeah. So I'm just gonna push it open backwards.
Junie, your dad at the clank noise. Your dad spins around.
The minute the clank noise goes, she leans down to Warren and goes, Warren, it's time to use your head.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna ram Dad with Warren.
Oh no!
I like the
Make
fact
me a
that
body
you
and
guys-
move roll. What?
I like the fact that you guys got on Songbird for treating Warren like a human operation game, but you never used him for a battering ram.
Yeah.
Warren is best
Can
as a batter
Lynx
for
assist
now.
with this somehow?
You already said you were moving towards the door when Robbie said he was doing the whole. So, Junie,
Body
I need
move?
you to make me a body move roll.
Cool.
Hold on real quick.
Warren can help if he starts pushing the wheels.
Hold on, I'm giving Liz a lend a hand. I want to see.
Okay.
Hold on.
What makes it 4 successes?
Oh my god! So what happens when you ram Warren into your father?
Well, I
You
was
will
gonna say,
never have siblings.
real quick
Go,
though.
go.
I will be saying, as the ramming happens, like I don't want to use my head.
Mm.
All right, now go ahead and describe it.
She grabs the handlebars and she starts, I'm sure she's not far from her dad.
No.
So she tries to just get as much speed as she can in that short distance and kind of tries to more because she doesn't want to actually injure Warren more than he already is. It's just the wheelchair is really handy for this. She kind of tries to sideswipe it and probably runs over his toes and checks him with the wheelchair and starts running towards the door.
All right. What Alabama action is this?
Wrong parent, not my character's dad. Their dad.
My dad.
Yeah, wrong dad. Ramming Warren into her own dad. She's ramming Warren into her own father.
Yes.
This is
No,
Vader.
siblings.
This is very Vader Luke-esque type thing going on right here.
But in reverse.
Hey, Warren, you're a lightsaber now.
So
I'm pretty sure I was a lifesaver in that moment, though.
So your dad, you kind of ram Warren to the side of your dad. Your dad kind of falls across Warren because, you basically take his legs out from underneath him for the most part. He kind of falls across Warren. You all are sprinting towards the door. Everyone else is still piling shit up, and they turn around, they're looking at what's going on, and they're like, one of them is running over to your dad. The other two are trying to get to by the pile of people in between them and you guys. You guys run through the door. What are you doing once you get through the door?
Oh, I am grabbing, but I opened it just enough for us to get through. I'm waiting for them to go through, and I am slamming it back shut. I am
Right.
pushing that heavy door shut as quickly as I can.
Okay, no problem. It's a very heavy door. It's glad to shut.
Yep.
And as soon as it shuts, you hear the maglock re-engage.
I look over. Is there a panel over here that like would allow me to like lock it from inside?
Not lock it, but you can there's a panel that lets you put an access card to it.
We have to get back out of here. Okay, and I'm
So
sorry. Robbie could do it, and Robbie is in a mood. I'm just gonna smash the fucking panel with my fucking gun, hopefully making it to where it won't unlock.
make me a tinker roll. I want to see if you can gauge it right and break it properly.
And I'm not shooting it for a reason.
No,
I'm just
you're not
gonna
shooting it.
smash it because potentially I could rewire it later to let us out if I needed to. There's scientists in here that can get us out. Tinker, that's 7.
And they're definitely gonna ground Lex.
Did anyone please tell me someone gave me?
I will.
No, you don't have to. If someone already did it, I'll take it, but you do not have to. I just wanted to get 4 successes instead of 3.
Oh, there you go.
You have a
Anyone
lend a
else
hand.
Anyone else want to? Because that'd make it 5. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. But that'll make it 4 successes.
All right, so you basically have you look at it and you realize that instead of smashing with the butt of the gun, you drive the barrel of the rifle into it, and you basically short out the lock circuit.
That is input. Okay,
Yeah.
works. That works.
And you start heading down the hallway. Now, if you go down the hallway, at the other end of the hallway, there is a set of doors that they look like hospital doors, you know, and they have the little push handles on either side, and there's windows on them that have metallic the lead screening in them. But that's the only thing at the end of this hallway. There's
Is
no
there
other
anything-
doors.
No other doors. Is there by chance a large clear sheet of glass showing the loop?
No.
Damn. Okay. As I walk down here, there's no other doors. Are there any vents?
Yes.
Are any
There
of
are
them
air
open?
vents. No, actually.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep. Do they look big? Do the grates look big enough that an osprey could get through it? Or
Oh
does
hell
it-
yes.
Oh, the grates themselves. No, I mean if they were off, could they? If they not if they were off, but like with them still installed. Could
Oh no. No.
Okay.
Like the pigeons are the best that could get through there.
Okay, cool. So, I guess we're going forward and just gonna kind of lightly jog towards that door, look through the glass.
Mm-hmm. So as you look through the glass, you see a very large control room.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the control room, you can see that there is several men in lab coats. And also you see that there are probably about half a dozen pigeons in the room. And the gentlemen in the lab coats look like they're having an animated discussion with the pigeons.
I'm gonna just as quietly as I can. Is there a key? Card section on this? Well, no,
Yes.
there wouldn't be. You just there is.
Yes.
Even though we got through that door.
Hmm?
Even though we got through that door.
The metal door? Yeah, there's still another code key for here.
Okay.
I was like, military bases will make you go through like 4.
Yeah, I'm
code
just.
key doors.
I'm thinking it's 30, 40 feet. Would they bother? It's the U.S. military.
They will.
Again.
Do you know why they bother? Because the defense contractor that built this place cost them $10,000 for that swipe card.
It's true. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of put my ear against the glass and see if I can hear anything.
Nope.
Nope. I trust the pigeon. Reason. It's animated. Oh, anything I could roll to try to gauge? Like you said, it's animated, but animated could be good, could be bad. It could be that they're yelling, or it could be that they're having a lively, friendly conversation.
Empathy. Isn't there an empathy roll type thing?
There's empathy.
Yeah.
Yep. You can make me an empathy roll.
No successes.
All right. So,
Anyone keeping track at home, that's 4 rolls that have not been successes the entire session, the entire game.
Yeah.
so yeah, there you. What were you looking to do again? I forgot.
I was trying to see if I could like body language the. Clearly,
Oh!
I can't read the body language of birds.
And
but
the
I could-
scientist who's having the conversation with the birds has his back to you.
Oh, okay. Give me just a moment here, guys.
You only know it's animated because you can see his hands moving a lot.
Okay. Well, my empathy roll was very low anyway, so
Mhm.
sorry, everyone. Give me just a moment. My computer is going to die on me.
So I just want to make sure of something, Liz.
Hey,
You left Warren behind.
No, he's still here. I wheeled him through.
Yeah, the way that Liz rammed me into the general was that it was a side swipe, so I ran over the toes, but that way they could still push me along with them.
Got it.
like hit the toes, took him out at the knee, and knocked him over was kind of the seemed to be.
It was a hit. It was a hit and run.
Got it.
Sideswipe.
Insurance company will call you later.
Hey,
Okay, I mean my dad's an insurance lawyer, so
I've met Lynx's dad.
What was
Huh?
I've met Lynx's dad plenty of times. Is this her father?
that? Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Cool.
You don't recognize any of the other people in the lab, but you do recognize Lynx's
But I
father.
recognize Lynx's father. That's enough. Hey, Lynx, you and your dad have a special knock, right?
Yeah.
Could you do that knock on this door for me?
Lynx is going to proceed to do it. And it's
Do it on the glass. It'll. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be 2 short, 5 long, and then 3 short.
As you're looking through the glass and you're knocking, you see your dad, who's still looking at this group of pigeons on top of the console. And he stops mid-motion, and he just slowly turns around. And even though you can't hear it, Lynx... What's Lynx's full name?
Let's see. I did not write down a middle name on here. Let me see if on my document I have a full name.
If I thought you only said Lynx.
Lynx is their
Yeah, the nickname, but I thought it said
Yeah.
Lynx on the like as in the place of their middle name. The nickname was Lynx, and that was it.
let's think. What's a good
Because it's London Schwartz, but on the character sheet it just says Lynx in quotes instead of a middle name.
Rowan.
Rowan, you just see his. You don't even have to hear it because you've heard it so many times. It's London Rowan Schwartz. And then you can see by the mouth movements he's cussing in German and he's stomping over towards the door.
I'm just gonna like look at him and I'm gonna give him a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, is the situation
Are you
in
looking
good or
at?
bad?
Are you looking at? He's not looking at you. He's walking over to the door.
Well, I'm like getting in the way and giving him like a.
He's on the inside of the door.
Yeah, he's walking towards the door, but he could see me through the glass. Correct?
Uh,
You said there's glass panels.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
but he
door.
doesn't give 2 shits about you. His daughter's in there.
Okay, that's fine. That works.
Child.
When you hear, he
I'm gonna
kind of he dips.
I'm
He
gonna
dips.
ready a
Just,
flashbang.
you got a what?
I'm gonna ready a flashbang.
You see him. You see him step to one side. There's a buzz and a click, and then the door gets ripped open, and he grabs Lynx by the arm and starts pulling her aside. Does Lynx speak German?
Ow, ow.
Does Lynx speak German? She does,
Yes.
right? He's speaking German. He's like, "What are you doing here? Why are you here? You know you're never supposed to come here. This is my work. You could get me in serious trouble, not to mention that this might be the end of the world."
Are the pigeons
That's-
a problem? And
It's
I
like-
hold
That's
up
why
flash
we're
bang.
here, because it's potentially the end of the world.
He looks around, looks at her. Why does he have a bomb?
Are the pigeons a problem, or are they friends?
The pigeons
Friend
are
or
neither
foe?
a problem nor they're friends. They're negotiating.
Where's the osprey? I put the flashbang away.
The big red bird?
Yes.
It was here a while ago. It left.
Where did it go to?
And he
Mr.
points
Shaw.
over, and you can see that there is a vent on the right side,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like that the vent duct has been removed somehow, and it is like a 4x4 large air vent duct. It's about 10 feet off the ground. And
This
so-
is a large console room, correct? Is there anything, server towers, anything next to it? I don't want to climb in. I just want to get high enough that I can yell into it.
I mean, you could push a desk over.
Okay.
And stand
I'm
on
gonna
top of the
walk
desk.
in. Hi, pigeons. Jello 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
And then you hear a squawk from the pigeons.
Mhm.
And one of them looks at Robbie and says, "Look." One of them's looking at Robbie and leans over to the other one, and it like does a bunch of cooing noises. And that one of the ones in the back, just takes off and flies ahead of Robbie and up into the vent.
I shoot it with the shotgun.
Oh my god!
So,
These are
right,
aggressive negotiations
so
now.
right before Robbie,
I'm not letting these pigeons get away. I'm blowing
I
up.
was gonna say right before Robbie shoots the pigeon, just because I'm pretty sure Lynx's dad would know Warren too, just because the whole shenanigans.
So yeah, Judy's just
there.
like pushing Warren in.
No, you can hear this Warren go like, "Hey Doc."
Like, hey, Dr. Schwartz.
Oh no, he's gonna say, "Hey Doc." Oh,
As you guys are pushing Warren in, he watches Warren go by. He watches Liz go by. He sees Sam come in. He's like, "Did you bring everyone? Where is the weird hippie girl? Why didn't you bring her too?"
He's right there.
No, she's not. She's outside setting a car on fire,
She's outside killing birds.
killing birds
Yeah,
and setting
yeah.
a car on fire.
Well, that's what I tell
Well,
him.
as far as we know, she's just killing birds.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know about the car.
We don't know about the car.
I was gonna say Warren's just gonna answer like I kind of had no choice because I mean, just pointing at his whole body.
Do I need to roll to hit the pigeon?
Yes. You will need to make me a. Oh, what is that roll? I guess that's a body force roll.
Yeah, I would say body, definitely body.
I don't think it'd be move.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, the only reason I would
yeah,
take
force.
move right now is because I'm having to pull up and track a pigeon flying towards it. That's the only thought.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm fine either way.
That makes
It's
sense.
clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a snapshot rather than an aim shot. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just use the aim assist.
I'm rolling 8. Who wants to place bets on how many successes I get?
I'm gonna say 3.
3.
I'll give you
Okay.
4.
You'll give me
2.
4? Okay. 4? We got 2 for 4? Okay.
What did you say, Diamond?
She said 4.
You were all wrong. It was 2.
Oh my
I
gosh!
said 2. I
Liz got it
said
right. I said, yeah,
two.
Liz
I
got
didn't-
it.
I didn't hear
She
listen.
said 2.
The law of averages has caught up to you, sir.
It has.
All right. So, but that's more
So by
enough
that
to.
logic,
Yeah.
I say by that logic, that means I should hopefully
Yes,
start
Diamond.
rolling things so I can roll well.
Diamond did lend a hand.
Oh, Diamond did lend a hand.
3.
3.
Well, then guess you got it, Ray.
With 8 dice, statistically I'm gonna succeed at some point. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I apologize to you, Ray, for how well these dice roll. I really do.
I'll just never let you use them for actual bolt action. That's all.
It's fair. That's fair.
So anyway, the basic yeah, this is not even a hard shot at this point.
I like barely. I see it fly. I barely look at his Any other fucking birds move, you die too.
All the other pigeons poop.
Perfect response, motherfuckers. I'm walking directly to that vent.
All the scientists are like covering their ears.
Stuck it up, and I push the desk over to the vent. I stand on it, being that I'm like 6'3", I can definitely get my head in there. Osprey, and I shout in, Osprey, you chicken-legged fuck, get down here and face me, you bitch. I just shout that into the vent.
And
It's personal.
Oh, I'm mad. This Osprey pissed me off.
Lynx, your dad looks at you and he says, "We were negotiating with them so they can leave."
Oh, they can leave, but I'm killing the big bird. Their high priest Raven can lead them out of here. I'm killing the Osprey.
I like Big Bird.
I said, did we kill the Raven?
No.
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 Nope. He was the one leading the troops back at the police station.
Yeah, he fled. He fled when the bomb went off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He took off and headed this way.
That's right.
I look at the pigeons. Do you think that if I killed the Osprey, you could transition the point of power to your high priest and you could leave?
Yeah, the pigeons literally turn into a little circle, and you can hear all the as they're talking to each other. And then one of them turns around, and it says, "If you remove the Osprey, that is acceptable terms."
You don't like it either, do you?
And
It
the
rolls
lead
right
pigeon, kind of looks at you and says, "No one likes a tyrant." And the pigeon speaks
Six.
eloquently.
Sic Semper Tyrannus. I look up into the thing again. Oh God, no, that's too much.
Yep. We negotiated quite well.
Say it.
Your eggs deserve to die.
And we are gonna need one more session, I think, because we didn't get quite far enough, but we're really close. I don't even think it's gonna be a full session next time.
I'm not sure it is either.
We can do a session and an epilogue. How's that?
That works.
That worked.
Oh my God.
Before we cut here,
Yes.
oh, that's a good line to cut on, though. It's a question. Are we all interested in returning to these characters at a later date, perhaps when we don't have a larger campaign going on?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Okay.
This has been hilarious and fun.
Walking Dead.
Well, I mean, we're playing The Walking Dead. We might, if that goes for a long time, might want to break from super bleak death into more fun antics. Just as a thing, because I would love to return to these characters. I know this isn't the last episode, but
Well,
Yeah.
it'd also be good too. Like, let's say there's too many of us that call out because of real life. A few of us can do like a small little bit with Tales from the Loop. So we
Oh
don't
yeah,
miss that
absolutely.
night.
we can do day mysteries. Like
This is literally almost twice the size of a standard Tales from the Loop group.
yeah.
Yeah, because normal Tales from the Loop is 3 to 4 people, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thank you guys. This was fucking amazing and wonderful, and I am very, very happy.
Arson.
Do we hear shrieking and banging?
Huh? Oh no! I was gonna say you begin to hear the violent beating of wings, and not a small amount.
Perfect.
Nice.
Good.
If
So,
only you had Dragon's Breath rounds.
Dragon
That
Breath rounds suck.
Not if they're an event coming at you.
It's true. If they're an event, that would be,
Just fire.
that would be concentrated in an area.
The thing is, Birdshot is better, and the biggest issue is, the white phosphorus would melt the vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you'd have the birds being able to go into the superstructure of the building.
Yeah.
So, all right, Liz is falling asleep. Let's go.
Always.
All right, so let's go ahead and say thank you, everyone, for having been here and played. Thank you, everyone who watched. That was great. It was fun. It was hilarious. I am so fucking happy. This has been an amazing and wonderful game, and thank you guys all for playing. Every single one of you brought something very special to this, and it wouldn't have been the same without any of you. So I am so fucking just ecstatic about the whole thing. Let's go ahead and give everyone a chance to tell people where they can find them on the mighty interwebs, and then we will see who we're going to jump and raid out into. Let's go ahead and start tonight. Oh, let's start tonight because we haven't started tonight with them. I don't think we start ever with them. Let's start with the amazing Warren. Kel, how is your rammingness doing? Oh no, Kel lost the sound right as I come.
Yeah, my headset died. So who are we starting with?
You. That's why I started laughing. I was like, right then, Kel's headset went out.
It literally cut out right. We said, let's go ahead and start with blank.
Bloop.
So,
Kel, where can people find you in the mighty interwebs?
Yeah, so you guys can find me obviously here every other Friday for Tales for a Loop, and then going into our Walking Dead stuff when we get that going. On the opposite Fridays from us, you can find me on my own Twitch channel where I'm playing a Stargate TTRPG campaign. We're actually about to have our first R&R type episode because we had one character get some bruised ribs, another one got shot. So, I mean, they killed your buff. So I mean, they at least won.
They won, but at what cost? Thank you, Shortbeard. Have a good night.
They could have lost some limbs. They could have been a lot worse. You remember?
Oh yeah, I know.
Those stuff of Stargate could be pretty bad when it comes to damage deals.
Absolutely.
And then you can also find me on Mondays. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. I don't know if I'm able to, but you can find me in 2 different campaigns that are going to be alternating Mondays. One is a D&D 5e game. The other one is with a brand new system that I'm actually helping play test.
Oh, neat.
Fun.
Excellent. Is that it?
Well, yeah, and TikTok as well. I mean, I forget. I haven't posted on there in a while, though.
Absolutely. Well, you got to do what you have time for, and you're right in the middle of your business time of year. So, what are you going to do? You can't literally create more time.
Yeah.
Let's go around to the amazing.
I could if I kill sleep.
No, that's not creating more time. That's killing you.
No. Yeah, that's killing you.
Miss Liz, where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
I can be found at various iterations of @MissLiz and @MissLiz2 on pretty much all the social medias. You can find me obviously here every other Friday for this game. You can find me back here on Wednesdays for usually it's Kingdoms of Mist. Right now we are doing Between Two Worlds, which is set in the same world, but we are playing Pathfinder, and it's a good time.
So we're playing Pathfinder and making Sam so happy. He gets so much crunch that he is just like ecstatic.
It is. So
I mean, y'all did make him huge earlier, so
no, he made himself huge.
Either way, and I know I phrased the way I phrased it.
I know. You can also.
So
find
I don't
me-
want to talk about it. My players turned one of the players into a T-Rex, and then they armored it, so they had an alternative giraffe.
Love it. For still another couple of weeks, you can find me every other Saturday playing Vampire the Masquerade over on the Starfield. Not this Saturday, though. This Saturday it will be the Hunter game, and it looks like we're going to be doing at least one episode where it's all the hunters and vampires together, and this is going to be great because I know secrets, and I'm trying really hard to not be a terrible person and traumatize another one of the other players with that knowledge.
Making people cry is your duty.
Yeah, but I should be nice to them. And then eventually I can talk about another project that's happening, but it hasn't officially been announced yet, so I can't talk about it.
Yep. I already know about it, though, because I'm special.
Yes.
Hey, thank you for this. Let's go over to the queen herself, Diamond. Diamond, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I got to create a bonfire and kind of. I wasn't allowed to commit a war crime this time, so it's fine. And I had supervision, so technically I can't get in trouble for it. But hi there, my name is Madness Diamond. Since we're friends now, you can call me Diamond. I am a TTRPG content creator and an actual player. where you can find me on all my lovely socials at Maddest Diamond. Unless you're looking for me on TikTok, then I'm at Maddest Diamond 2.0. I'm currently doing a series where I'm going through Die the RPG, one of my favorite systems, and trying to convert people to come and play in this wonderful, wonderful, awful world. And I'm basically going through all the different class mechanics of it by creating characters and showing you a couple different storytelling things you can do with the mechanics. I'm currently still doing the Master, but I'm wrapping that one up very soon, and I'm going to probably move on to the Godbinder, which is the D12. So yeah, come follow me on TikTok and see that lovely content, and maybe learn a new game you might like, because it adapts really well with a lot of different play systems. On Tuesdays, you can find me here on Dinner and a Game, playing my lovely spooky housewife Dottie, who's currently in the underworld. So that's a thing. One of our players has a divine tie to Hades, so we'll figure out what the fuck is up with that next week, I believe. We can find us here at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Thursdays, you can find me over on World Tree Quest, where we play a completely underwater campaign called Fathoms Below. I play Melusine Lusvestra, who almost fucking died last session.
I saved you.
You did save me. I was at 1 hit point, and in that DM's ruling, if you die by necrotic damage, you are dead. So
Oh.
I nearly got taken out by that. We are currently level 4. I don't know why I've been saying level 5 lately, but we are currently level 4. We should be leveling up soon, and we have a big boss fight probably before the end of the year, because we're only doing 2 more sessions and we're going on break for holidays on that one. And then every other Friday, starting with this Friday, you can find me here playing our every other Friday game, Best Days, our Tales from the Loop game, and I'm playing Songbird Lakeview. Future nurse, all the time war criminal in training, if she doesn't have supervision. So yeah, and then if you want to see my other pursuits, I was part of the BIPOC Vampire Day charity zine, Vampires of Color, Crimson Kiss, Volume 2, where I have a published writing piece where I did called Fellowship in Ferocity, where I basically wrote the point of view of a vampire who finds fellowship in the inner beast they have and the ferocity that they have as companionship. If you'd like to order copies of that, they're still available on BIPOC Vampire Day's Ko-Fi shop. We did already donate the charity donation to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. We have donating a whole whopping $735. Very proud for us.
Excellent.
There's a couple physical copies left, so if you want to pick one of those up, they're really nice. They're beautifully bound, and there's lovely artwork inside of it. If you prefer the PDF version, you can pick up that one, but also
Nope.
the After Dark version that I'm part of, which is Volume 1, where you can read a lovely collab between myself and the artist Nana Moon, where we wrote a piece, well, I wrote and then Nana illustrated a piece called Sacred Communion about 2 sapphic vampires sharing a meal together. And then one of my other pursuits is that I am the social media person and also the administrative assistant for Decrim 305, a sex worker-led nonprofit organization focusing on decriminalizing sex work, mainly in the Florida area, covering Miami-Dade County. And they aim towards not only decriminalization of sex work, but also outreach to not only sex workers, but also the unhoused community, and harm reduction and the reference of drug-related things. But also, we would like the expungement of records along with decriminalization, because we're just trying to do our jobs. So if you'd like to find me on all my socials and follow my wonderful, wonderful chaos and see what I'm working on, because I'm also working on a Sex Workers in TTRPG live on Instagram that's probably going to go up later on December. Definitely come at me if you're one of those people and that it qualifies to you, because I'd love to see your opinions on that, because I have a little form you can fill out to see maybe what interests you'd like to talk about. And then if you want to head over to Pocket Dragon Pub on December 10th, episode 1 of our holiday one-shot Northern Lights happens, and you'll see me and cosplay as Eudora Everglade, a lovely half elf, half dwarf, who is just a school teacher who wants to add some inspiration and flavor. If you also head over to their Instagram, you'll see their promo post for me and hear a little bit about my character.
Dun dun dun. Thank you so much. And we now go to Hipster, the Hipster GM. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing.
Are you coming down off after Robbie's high?
Yeah, I'm coming down off a fantastic adrenaline rush, but I'm doing okay. Pretty decent.
Good. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Answered, but you can find me on TikTok and Instagram as well as Threads as _hipster_GM. I'm actually, as soon as I can get what I need from Ray, gonna start doing a series of videos on how to build characters for the Walking Dead universe TTRPG, because that's finally out, and sadly, my bank did not let my payment go through whenever I tried to order it through the Kickstarter, so I don't have a copy of it yet. But hopefully soon I can, so I can go through and do a series of videos as we start to play, and hopefully before we start playing, to do a breakdown of how the world works, what the game's like, how to build characters, all that kind of stuff, because this is one of the games that I've been most excited for in 10 plus years. So
Yeah, I just got my Foundry license set up for it today. No, 2 days ago. So I can actually create the game on Foundry now, and that'll give you access to the books on Foundry too.
we will talk about that in a moment.
Nice.
Yep.
And beyond that, I
Quite familiar with Foundry.
have nothing else going on, at least not related to the internet, except I might start talking about the Percy Jackson books on my TikTok. I might start doing that because I had never read those and I started reading those. So yeah,
And they got the new series coming out.
I know, and I'm excited because that's part of the reason I started
I
reading
kind
them.
of fell off after the fifth one.
Yeah, they're good. They're wonderful. I love them.
Oh yeah, no, the other ones are good. After the fifth one, I just kind of lost interest, but they were still good overall.
Yeah, Rick Riordan has a lot of different demigod novels from different cultures and different mythos. So, and I like them all.
After the fifth book, he started talking the Roman gods, and he went to the Egyptian, and I don't know where he is now.
Norse, I think. Yeah.
And some produced books that are tied to Mesoamerican, Brazilian, and one other.
Really, I didn't know about those.
Yeah, they're not written by him. They are written by, from what I could tell, by BIPOC writers, and they are technically separate from his main universe. But they are. He is producing them and helping to publish them and stuff like that. It's
That's wonderful.
yeah.
Oh, the
It's,
Spirit Universe.
I read a lot about it. I might be a little bit off on that, but he is not the writer. He is not any of that. He is just helping to get stories similar to his. They're in the same universe, but they are disconnected from the main story. All their own standalone things, and it seems pretty cool. I might read those after I'm done with the mainline books.
Yeah, gotcha. Excellent. Thank you, sir. And Geek Girl Alyssa, stop playing with your cat and tell us where we can find you on the internet. You're
Hi,
muted.
I'm
There you go.
Geek Girl. You can find me. No, I'm not.
It was on a delay for some reason.
You can find me. Okay. But you can find me on all the places with all the buttons as Geek Girl Alyssa. Oh, don't fall, dum dum. Sorry, my brain is starting to shut off. It's been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you can find me obviously here every other Friday. We'll be starting up with the Walking Dead thing here soon. Have we announced the other thing that we're doing?
Well, I've mentioned it a few times. We haven't made an official announcement yet because we're not going to start until the second week of January.
Okay. Then Wednesdays you can find me over on Beggar Street for Superhero High. I am the editor-in-chief of that intrepid cat herding. I love them. They're great. And then when I'm not there, I'm usually on my own Twitch doing my thing, usually playing video games, sometimes world building, sometimes I'm just session prepping and forcing myself to body double. And I do the TTRPG things on Play Tic Tacs. And I have threads and the like too. So find another.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And of course, you can find Dinner and a Games links in our link tree. Our links and the links for all these amazing creators can be found in our chat right now. Remember, if you can, give them a follow. it's one of the best things you can do for any content creator. We all create content because we enjoy it. But seeing that follow button light up just lets us know someone else has liked what we do, and that's a massive serotonin boost, and I cannot understate how wonderful that feels for a content creator. But also remember, we are going to be going on... Whoops. We're going to be going on break in a couple of weeks, as we're going to take the holiday break for us, and we'll be back on we'll technically be back on the first week of January. But let me see something. I'm double checking. Oops, I forgot my calendar's over here. Ooh, boop. So yeah, we're going to be going on break. Well, it looks like we're going to have this game on the 15th. But we're going to be going on break. Normally we're going on break that week. But we do have a campaign that's going to be happening every single Sunday, starting on the 10th. Well, yeah, starting on the 10th. And so we're going to be starting up. That's Crafty Mirage's new D&D 5e game, which is based loosely on the Wild by the Witchlight storyline. But it is going to be taking place every Sunday morning. And for that one, we have Jeremiah McCoy. We have Crafty Mirage running. We have Black Cat Dice playing, and we have LeBlue playing. And we're going to be playing that on Sunday afternoons. And that's going to be a new game we're announcing. We've already announced, but we're going to be heavily promoting from this point. And we're hoping to see as many people there as possible. Crafty is an incredible player. If you've ever seen her on Jeremiah McCoy's Monday Night Vampire Show, her character is fucking amazing. It's a Malkavian. It's hilarious, and it's unknowingly very evil. But yeah, so we're gonna have that starting up on Sundays on the 10th, and it's gonna be running every single Sunday. So except for the week of Christmas, I probably believe. And we're gonna be starting that up. And in January, we're gonna have another new show coming up. I just want to get one last person to make sure they have all their stuff correct and ready to go, and can give me a date for when we can start. But we're probably gonna start the second week of January, and it's gonna be on Saturdays. Every other Saturday, actually. So, and that's going to be coming up soon. So we will see you guys on Dinner and a Game next week. We have, what do we have going next week? Yes.
Small Town and just Two Worlds, I think.
Yeah, we have Small Town Light in Between Two Worlds going next week, and then that's going to be the last week of regularly scheduled, except for technically this on the 15th. And then we got a bunch of people who volunteered to do one-shots, so we will see what we can do with that, and we will see they'll get those scheduled in place. And after that, we're going to take a break for a little bit, get some holiday seasoning into us, and we're going to hopefully be back on the new year, but I wanted to remind you all to take care of yourselves, social distance where you can, wear masks when you can. Most of us went to Gen Con, almost all of us came back with COVID. It sucked. It's the new con crud, so you gotta take care of yourself so you can come enjoy the shows with us or with any content creator you want to follow. They only appreciate you if you actually are able to show up, and you can only show up if you're not sick. Well, you can show up if you're sick, but then you feel bad. And that makes us feel bad. We don't like to feel bad. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid another channel. We're going to take this chaos and spread it around so that other people can enjoy it. I don't see many people on tonight.
Yeah, there's not many that we normally raid. I mean, for TTRPGs under recommended, I'm seeing like We Are Nerdsmith up.
D&D Denial's up.
Hero Zone.
Yeah, D and Denial's on.
Oh, they're not showing on mine. But yeah.
We'll go raid D&D now. We haven't raided them in a long time, and they are like us. They're another smaller creator, so we always like to spread the love to smaller creators when we can. Remember, if you join us, we all at Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table, and just do your best to take care of yourselves in the meantime. And we love you. We will be raiding over to them in just a moment, but until then, enjoy some hold music as I get the raid set up. Good night to everyone. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.